Hey! Look at that. That was a nice little intro there. That's a piece called Midnight Atmosphere, done by a good friend of mine, Jake, who's actually gonna be on the thing. I'm calling it Tabletop Tuesdays because it's Tuesday, and playing a tabletop game. Uh, yeah. So like, I think with that, I'm just gonna like pretty much get. Yeah, that's right, Avac. You do know that table. What's funny is so he and I we're friends, right? So what's funny is that picture actually predates you rolling with us as deep. Um, and actually, if you I posted that picture on the administrative side of our Discord that you can look at, and you know the picture is dated based on people's haircuts in the room. Yeah, I think that one was from 2000 and I want to say 17. Not too sure though. Um, but anyway, let me just pop up into this here and see what's going on because I got the crew already assembled in the other end. I just gotta undeafen myself, so hopefully they're not in the middle of like a lewd joke or something.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, no.
Then
See,
so
said, anyway, I said
if we kick him in the nuts, hopefully it'll come out his mouth.
wow, guys, this has been some really great lewd humor.
that's a good intro bit, huh? Yeah.
So Mike
Yeah.
fucked a horse?
We're all sitting here we're like, how are we gonna fuck with him?
So guys, what's everybody's opinion on extremely touchy political discussion?
I mean, look, we can save that. We can save that for later. Let me.
This stream is not in any way sponsored by ExtremeRestraints.com.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That's.
Oh, look, it's Patrick.
Oh, hi.
I'm so sorry. I'm watching the stream.
Yeah.
And Tyler unmutes it, and I just hear Jake go, so if I kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, man.
His balls would come out his mouth.
Now, see. Here's what you've unfortunately done to yourself, Patrick.
You're saying I have hope?
Is now you're here, and I can be like, "Hey, Patrick, do you want to play this game?"
Do I have to do last minute to prepare to play this?
No. But see, here's the thing: we haven't done anything yet. We haven't done anything yet.
I talked it once, and I had no idea what any of you said.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot.
You don't have to do anything, Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, man.
It's just character creation.
Yeah, man. That's probably all we're gonna get to tonight.
Awesome. Cool.
You in?
I need to play The Last of Us later, so I'm so down for this right now.
Oh yeah, cool. All right. Well then, let me flip it over to this. Oh, whoa! It's my face. Wild. I know. We got all you on the sidebar here. Yeah. And a chair. We have a chair too. All right. Yeah. All right. So let me minimize that because we don't really need that. And I'm sorry if there's anyone in the chat. I won't be as paying attention to that because I gotta like focus on. I need like 6 more screens. 6 more at least.
Don't worry, I will be moderating the chat just for giggles. And
Oh,
because
coolio
I'm allowed.
badulio. All right. Yeah. So the game we're gonna be playing with the system is called Monster of the Week, and I have already uploaded the like 4 little things that you're gonna need to look at.
I should not be moderating this.
Why not?
Why not?
Is it because no one's there? Because like that's probably.
I was there.
Because there is, I'm pretty sure my ping is 3 seconds.
Oh.
It's almost 4.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
Just for the voice chat. So maybe
Oh,
I
okay.
should not load more internet.
Yeah. Maybe that's not the best idea here. And I have a lot of tabs open that I'm going to be closing relatively soon. But so anyway, Monster of the Week is a collaborative storytelling tabletop RPG kind of thing. And the good news is it's not a complicated character setup. You don't have to worry about like which dice do I roll when. It's just like if you're doing a thing, you're rolling 2d6 and adding somewhere between a -2 and a +3. That's it. You know? So what I have here in this... Oh, hang on. Let me... I just... There we go. Do.
Hey, Tyler, do we want to talk a little bit about what Monster of the Week sort of like the deal with Monster of the Week is?
Well, I was planning on doing that once I
not-
directed y'all to look at the things.
Okay.
You know?
So if you want to tell people that, I could do the or if you wanna,
Yeah.
y'all wanna take a look at those are in
Yeah,
the
so there are the things that I'm gonna point you to look at right now is the one that says revised playbooks and tome playbooks. Now the big thing with Monster of the Week is we're all talking about you're playing an archetype of a character, so you might all be working for some government agency, but there's only one professional, right? So y'all can't play the same, and I'm gonna put this in air quotes, but people can see me do this professional, but they're classes. You can only have one of each. Okay, so there's no overlap there. So while you're perusing through those, basically, Monster of the Week is an homage to all of the TV shows that have a Monster of the Week. Like, you got your Scooby Doo's.
think Supernatural, Buffy
Yeah.
the Vampire Slayer,
Yeah, Star Trek.
all of those.
Yeah.
Who?
Star Trek is Planet of the Week.
Well, yeah, but also Doctor Who's in there too. So there's a lot of that. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
But like, right, Tyler, like Star Trek is like Planet of the Week. Basically.
No, but there are especially when you look at the original series, it is more Monster of the Week angle of it, right? Because of the special effects budget, they kind of really had to, But yeah, that's kind of the vibe. So this is gonna be a lot. It's gonna feel a lot like a TV show.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's not so. And I guess while you guys are also perusing, trying to figure out like what class looks interesting to you, I'm going to give you a bit of background on what it is we're doing for this, the background for this game, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this place this is going to be taking place in a small town in Colorado called Gilman, right? And that's in Eagle County, Colorado. What? No.
Patrick, it's not my game, which is also set in a small town in Colorado.
God damn it.
Now, but see, like the thing is, like Kevin and I do have family out in Colorado, but like Colorado's also like far enough out in the middle of nowhere, but also close enough to civilization where you can do like pretty much anything and get away with it. You know, right? So basically, what it comes down to, they already did that.
Is that the song?
Yeah, that's the song. Don't look. Yeah, some of us will get flashbacks to stuff if you start singing that song, so don't. So basically, the little blurb is, and I do have a player's guide I will send to you. I'll put in the chat when we're ready to go with that. Most so I don't have to keep like I'd be like, oh yeah, you met this person, they're in your notes. But so the basic premise is that the OSI has recruited you to work with them and other U.S. and national agencies on this thing that they're calling Project Spanner. And you've been sent to Eagle County, Colorado to help investigate strange occurrences in a small town of Gilman. And you're going to be getting off at an airport in Eagle County, the Eagle County Regional Airport. But the second you get off the plane there, you're going to be going to a place called Camp Hale. You're going to be briefed by the guys who are kind of running the local operation there. So yeah, that's kind of
Nice.
yeah, right. So you guys, ooh yeah.
I like.
So
I see a few that I like.
all right, what are you looking at?
Spooky.
Yep.
Spooky.
Yeah, that's
Tyler, quick question: Is
The
this set
Spooky's a
in
good
modern
one.
time,
yeah, modern time.
like current year, or are you picking a specific year, or?
This is like early June 2018.
Okay.
So the communist revolution had yet to happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
A simpler time
Yeah.
Before Corona.
before
Mhm.
communism.
So Tyler, how do you plan on tackling magic in this game?
Yo,
What
if you
class?
want to be magical, you can be magical. I don't give a shit.
All right.
I
Well,
feel like the monstrous would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it, that's what I was looking at.
No, if you wanna go monstrous, I don't know. I think the spooky's kind of cool.
Yeah. And
Either
there's
that or the mundane. The mundane.
yeah, the mundane's also a fun one. And I believe that there's like 16 options for classes.
yeah. Plus the extended stuff.
No, that's including the extended
It's
stuff.
including the extended stuff.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
And if you and Jake, if you're looking at doing some magical stuff, you might want to look at the hex.
I was either that or the Initiate.
Yep, those are both good. What are you looking at, Mr. Bragdon? Mead.
I am looking.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
At the
that's a
moment.
thing. I got a thing. What is it? Oh, Stacia Bjarnason has shared my stream. Thanks, Ma! Love you! That's my ma, yeah.
Wow, she's
Hey,
great.
that's my mom too.
I know, it's like we're related or some shit.
There can be only one.
No, that's later, and also, like, we've just kind of decided that, like, Nah.
I'm going to play the Chosen, and I will be the Highlander.
I mean, hey, if you wanna.
So you're
No,
gonna be
that's
sitting
not
with the-
actually what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
I saw maybe 2 episodes of Highlander.
You know there's a movie for that, right?
Well enough for that. I never saw the movie either.
Yeah, the movie's the thing that kicks off the TV show.
Right, I never saw that either.
Mentor on a 10 plus,
Yeah.
you get an answer. Your
Ooh.
question, no problem. Okay, it's kind of like internet friends.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I
Yes.
have one question for you.
Yeah, man.
Hamburger.
One word question.
Yeah.
Imagine the question mark at the end of it. I
Mhm.
just want to see a yes or no question. A yes
Yeah.
or no answer for you.
Yeah.
Edge.
Oh no, he's gonna play another AA run.
Look, man. I'm gonna
Aaron.
look. If you want to do that, do it. I'm not gonna tell you no, you can't do that. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, man. Hey, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not gonna
Oh,
stop
please
you.
do remember we have an audience, Patrick.
I mean,
Just need the edgy one in the group to balance everything out. So I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I'm one of the most tame of all of us.
Alright, so I'm going to play the Crooked.
All right.
I'm gonna kick it back to 2017 RPG Kevin,
Okay.
where there will
AKA
be
Ron.
like, where it will be like obsidian bladed edge.
Yeah, they actually use that for surgery sometimes, making the edge sharper than they can
Yeah,
on
I
stainless
know,
steel
sorry,
scalpels.
That's the thing. I
Oh,
actually
that's the bit?
understood that
Oh, okay.
because-
I understood
yeah.
that reference.
Mm.
Yeah.
Also because the obsidian break off in their victims' bodies.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
So that's what you're interested in, Kevin?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm just goofing right now. I'm gonna wait until everybody else has picked their class so that
Oh,
I
okay.
can pick,
That's what I
because
was
there
gonna
are
do.
certain classes that I do not want to play.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is
which are any that I've played in Monster of the Week games before.
the spooky seems a little edgy.
Yeah.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Something like that.
Listen, shivers down my spine.
I think I'm
If
gonna be
nobody else is
monstrous.
playing the professional, I might do that, but
Mhm.
I will probably not.
So Patrick, you're doing the
Has
monstrous?
anybody picked the?
Yeah, I go monstrous.
Okay.
How does the mundane play?
Mundane's pretty
What's
fun
it like?
actually. Cuz you can do a
Yeah,
lot
they're
with it.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Sell me on the mundane.
Yo, all right. You ever watch Scooby Doo and you're just like, "Man,
Yeah.
Daphne's such an interesting
Daphne.
character?"
No.
Okay. Have you watched Scooby Doo and gone, "Man, Fred's such an interesting character"?
No,
He does like traps.
he does like splitting up and looking for clues.
Yeah.
So
So
are
the
you
mundane's just like
Hey,
a
Ben,
normal person that's been
Ben.
thrown into this situation.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a normal person who's like, I didn't realize, like, they're like a normal person with no powers who got put into this situation, but they're making the best of it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do what they can, and that usually ends up being kind of like, I don't want to say support character because that's not really how Monster of the Week ends up playing out. But kind of.
They're sounding to me a lot like a bard.
They kind of are. So, some of their moves include what could go wrong.
Yeah.
Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, you get
Oh,
2
God.
points that you can use to either inflict an extra harm, reduce someone's harm by 1, or take +2 on a roll to act under pressure.
And I'm currently sharing what the mundane playbook looks like with our wonderful audience of my mom.
There's also a power
Six
called
people.
Oops.
Oops.
Yeah.
If you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Oh, what is it? Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay has a talent like that called Well Prepared, where you can just have like convenient things on you, like up
Mhm.
to the amount of times that you have taken the talent.
I think D&D has something relative to that in one of the editions.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a feat.
This also has a character. This also has that.
Hey,
in a
who's
different
doing
playbook
magic?
called the Expert.
I'm going to play the Initiate.
Okay, cool.
Is that
That's
Uh,
a
yes, it's
magic
magic.
class. It's not as magical as like the spell slinger or the hex, but it's, you know,
how magic is the spooky?
It's relatively magic-y, actually.
yeah.
Um,
But it's not.
there's-
It's
there are
not
two
like.
things.
It's more like
So,
psionics than
there-
magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more like weird powers.
Yeah, I do
so
see that
the
I get one big knife.
the big moves for if you want to be like kind of low spellcastery with the spooky,
Mm, no.
or
I don't
like
think
okay, let me rephrase. If you want to be 11 from Stranger Things,
Yeah, no, I get that.
then you take the big whammy.
And also, I'm just gonna point this out. There is you can do other things than just use magic for your weird. There is a whole sheet that gives you alternate options for that, and that's labeled in.
Is it also in the Discord?
Yes, that should be one of those.
Alternative weird moves. And
Yeah,
phenomena.
there you go.
Nice.
So Patrick, you're looking at being the monstrous, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so basically you're gonna go through this and basically follow the instructions on the sheet until you get to history. And then we're gonna wait until everyone gets there, and then we're gonna move.
All right, I think
Awesome.
I'm gonna do the spooky.
You're doing the spooky? Okay.
I'm getting a sheet to write.
I need to actually download the PDF. Please.
Yeah.
Go.
And also, if you wanted, you could just like write out like what things you picked on a little like index card and just reference back to the PDF if you wanted.
It's probably
Yeah,
what
that's what
I'll have to do.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do, and then
Yeah.
I'll just print it out later and have
Yeah.
it physically.
And make sure that you guys. I know there's one that is the form filler one, but I do appreciate this version I've sent you that has the special things that happen when you mark off your luck boxes.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
What? Oh, so should I like print this out?
If you want to, you don't have to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So this
Getting
is.
started. First, pick a name.
Yep.
Larry Enticer.
All right.
Do you guys know who Larry Enticer is?
Nope.
Nope.
He's that Canadian snowmobiling guy.
You have lost me well and thoroughly.
Oh, no, he's really great. His name's Larry Enticer.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for
So
it.
far, that
He's
is the
just
only
gonna
thing I.
send it. You know,
All right. Yeah. So.
he was the guy
I'm gonna find an index card.
that shot heating oil down the cylinder of his snowmobile. If you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Nope. You've lost me.
Nah, he's great.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna. I'm currently right now playing around with some stuff on OBS so people can see who's who and what they're playing. Enter the name of the source. Okay. So you're and Pat, you're playing the monstrous, right?
Yes.
Do you have a character name yet?
I can get one in like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Just let me know when you do, and I'll update it.
Can I name my character Mead Bragdon?
You cannot.
I would advise against that.
Can I name my character Mead Magden?
No. I would like it that you name your character something not similar to someone in the group. Otherwise, it's gonna get real confusing.
I don't know anybody in the group named B. Bragdon. Do you?
Slowly raise his hand. Can I kill him?
No. Oh.
Are we
Okay,
killing?
so what's everybody else playing?
Oh, all right, go killing again.
Haven't decided yet.
I'm playing your mum.
Jake, what are you?
Ooh.
Tar, why'd you take away my ability to server mute people?
It's not relevant right now.
Reset.
Let's see here.
Ben made a your mum joke about the one person who's watching our stream.
You have 4 viewers according to my.
I don't care about those things right now.
One of those people is me. Probably one of them is Kevin.
I am not because I cannot use that much bandwidth on this laptop right now.
Tyler, that's not me. That you put Kevin name on me.
There we go.
Wait, I got it. We're good. I'm awake. Settings. Quality.
Wait, no.
Somebody says
All right,
Jake
I get it.
smells. And it's
I
Cheaps 3, yeah.
Squidward smells.
Oh, that's all hail Jay.
Yeah, man.
All hail Jay.
All hail Jay. All hail Jay.
Oh, Jay, can you see?
By the dawn's
God, Men in
early-
Black 2.
What the hell?
What do you
never
mean?
heard that? Oh,
All right,
What?
look.
my buddy Patrick hasn't seen Men in Black 2, has he?
I don't think I have.
Have you
I'm
seen
so
Men in Black?
sorry.
I have seen Men in Black.
Oh, also, that's one of the
I've seen the first
sources for this thing that they've.
Oh, really?
relax.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing.
Index
I regret
cards.
everything.
Oh,
Perfect.
who did that? Who did that?
Oh, that's chosen. The flake. Nope, the initiate.
Oh, Kevin just resubbed with Twitch Prime. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Literally.
Oh yeah, literal brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Why
let's see
is
what
there
my
a sign follow button? I do not like that.
let's see.
Oh. Turn that off.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
So Pat, you're playing the Monstrous, yeah?
Yes.
And your character's name is.
Kira Polinsky.
Ooh, can you spell that for me?
Ciara,
Yeah.
and then Polanski.
Damn, that's a good name. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
My character's name is Reggie. I'm
Okay.
sticking with that.
Reggie from Rocket Power.
Right.
And what what are you what archetype are you playing?
The spooky.
The spooky.
Hmm.
And your name is Reggie.
Yeah.
Nice. Like it.
Yeah.
What are you playing, Kevin?
Toof.
Decided yet.
Okay.
I'll let Mead pick first.
Oh.
So while you two figure that out between each other, Jake, what are you playing? You're playing
The Initiate.
the Initiate?
Yep.
INIATE? Yeah. No.
INITIATE.
INI. Yeah.
I-A-T.
And do you have a name yet?
Yeah. So my name is Dutch Baxter.
Dutch Baxter. Whoa.
That's a good one.
Watch
Dude,
out,
I got
guys. This guy's a
Shields
cool
from
dude.
your name.
What's up?
I am hard.
I got palpable douche chills.
Yeah.
Palpable douchills.
Douche chills. The level of douchiness sent shivers up
Dutch.
my spine.
Yeah.
Like Dutch. What goes with Dutch? Baxter. Yeah, that works.
Dutch Baxter.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing this is going rather well.
So Ben, you're finding it pretty easy to just follow the instructions on that half of the sheet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's see.
Let's see. What else? Okay.
Me, do you want to play a magic-y guy or do you want to play a non-magic-y guy?
I do not want to play a magic-y guy.
Okay. Tyler,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something. I think via DM. And I'm
Okay.
gonna
Intrigue.
let you answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that? Is that?
Do 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 do.
All right.
Dude, I'm digging this. This is gonna be fun.
Beginning of each mystery, roll plus charm. Send it some useful info and help on the
Of each
field.
mystery, take a dump. I mean, yeah, honestly. Send it, brother. 雪花飘飘，北风萧萧，天地一片苍茫。All right, I'm at introductions.
All right. All right. So you're at the part where you're doing history, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
And Mead, what are you currently looking at the ones between?
I think I'm looking at the gumshoe right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I
I've
played
been
that
looking
before.
at the word cum tuck for a while now.
I've been looking at the cum bucket for a while.
Hi, welcome to the chum bucket. Come in.
All right, so what do I do here?
Well, so should be a section that says getting started. And
I
you
am
know,
Would
not,
you want me to do that
not
thing?
seeing that.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's good. I think that'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to play James Harlow, the professional.
Oh, yo, hang on.
sorry, what was your name?
James Harlow, but with
Oh.
an E at the end of it.
Man, we're all douchebags.
Gotta love it.
I feel like the whole point of it is to hate it, though. I
Oh, I'm
love
sorry,
it.
Special Agent James Harlow.
Oh, that's even worse. Thank you, Kevin.
Tyler, is Special Agent a thing that I could be?
Yeah.
The agency that you have made up?
Like do you like which one?
Which one sent us here? I don't know anything about your world. That you
So
created.
so Project Spanner is being headed by the OSI, but it's a
What's the
What is the OSI?
Office of Special
Obviously,
Investigations.
Stupid investigation.
No, Office of Special
Obviously,
Investigations.
Obviously, stupid investigation.
Yeah.
Mead, I swear to God, I will ask Tyler nicely to server mute you.
That's
I
Wrong guy.
haven't said anything.
Wrong
I'm
one.
sorry, you're not Mead. You're Ben. I apologize, Mead. My outburst.
It's obviously stupid.
yeah. But you're so the Office of Special Investigations is the people running this, but they're teaming up with other U.S. and national agencies. Like you know that like Air Force Office of Special Investigations is there. FBI is also doing this. Homeland Security is also playing a hand. So like you can do whatever you want.
When you sexy. Money make me feel
Um,
good. People don't impress me.
let's do. Homeland Security with a catch.
Okay, what's the catch?
I don't know what the catch is at this point.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to choose your.
I thought I had an end of that sentence.
Oh, okay. I do that sometimes.
Actually, yeah. Wait, OSI is there a particular branch or is it its own?
It's just OSI. Yeah.
So it is an independent agency.
Yeah. So I think that leaves Mead.
Yeah, what's up?
So you said you wanted to play. You're looking at the Gumshoe.
Yep.
You
The
going
what?
with that?
Yeah, I'm going with that.
All right, cool.
Gumshoe?
The Gumshoe.
The gumshoe.
And do you have a name for your dude yet?
No, that's the hardest part for me.
Yeah. So the last time I played the Gumshoe, I was playing former police detective from the Honolulu Police Department named Rex Henderson.
I figured it out.
That guy.
This is totally a rep off, but this is what's gonna happen. Burt
Yeah.
Macklin.
Okay.
Where's the gumshoe?
Hey, Tyler, I got a question
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
In which part is the gumshoe?
So, in the clarification of, pick 2 old-fashioned weapons and 1 modern weapon, what defines old-fashioned?
All right. So
Should be some on the list right there.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah.
But
So-
I'm more like in the expansive sense in your world. What do you define other than this list? If there
let
are
me
any?
see what the list is here.
Sword, axe, big sword, big axe.
Like other things would be like like
And big
Those
bow-
are things.
bow staffs, nunchucks. You know,
We got
things
some bows,
things that are
bows,
weapons but
stabs.
aren't like guns or explosives, more or less. You know,
Hold on, guys, I will be right back.
like something that you would use like in a martial arts studio.
Gotcha. Okay, that works.
I like dogs.
Deluxe.
Dogs.
Yeah.
It's a very adorable dog.
Yeah.
you have.
So Ben, there's
How long
also
you had a dog?
so there is a
Yeah.
second list that's called that should be titled in as a link that links to MOTF-tome-playbooks, and there's the Gumshoe, the Hex, the Pararomantic, and the Searcher.
Whoa.
But like out of those 4, like there's 2 of them that I would strongly recommend you not playing as your first time out, and that would be the Pararomantic and the Hex.
What's the pararomantic?
So the Pararomantic has a supernatural guide that they're in love with.
Oh?
Yeah.
Just whack.
Yes.
Nice. I'm gonna look at this. Weird moves and phenomena.
Yes, that's a good thing to be looking at.
Phenomena.
So you might have
Yeah,
noticed.
back.
Oh, you're back? I didn't know you left.
Yes.
Um.
I said
Phenomena.
I'm leaving. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right.
well, he shouldn't have believed
I
you.
said those words out loud. What do you want from me?
I don't believe you.
So yeah. So on your character sheets, you've noticed that that it says underneath weird, it says use magic. If you don't want to be a character that uses magic, you could pick one of these options: the empath, illuminated, no limits, past lives, sensitive, trust your gut, telekinesis, and weird science. If that's something you want to do, those are optional. And like some of the
Alright,
classes,
trust your gut.
you are.
Yes.
All right, cool. But like if you're playing like I don't know the initiate or the hex, you'd probably want to stick with weird magic or use magic. But you don't have to.
I like dogs.
These are all optional. Like if you're playing like the spooky, you might want to look at like telekinesis, maybe
Ooh.
past lives. But you know like
Is
they're
there a
options.
way I could like?
What are you thinking?
Is there a way I could light things on fire with my mind?
You mean like telekinesis?
Is that telekinesis?
Telekinesis.
I am
Telekinesis
back in, if
options.
anything.
Anything not picked is not true. Something's held fast. Something is hurt. Something catches fire.
Ooh. Can I make things explode with my brain?
Okay, combustion man.
Wait, Tyler, I have a new idea.
Okay.
Can I be a self-aware tire that makes things explode with telekinesis, like that really bad horror movie?
You may
Dude,
not.
that was a great movie. You can't talk shit about that.
No, it was so bad it's good. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying it was also bad.
You may not
it
do
can
that.
be both good and bad.
You may not do
We'll
that, Mr. Bragdon.
compromise and say it was a great movie.
Yeah, that sounds like a good compromise.
Yeah. So yeah, so Ben, it sounds like you're probably gonna either want to go with telekinesis or use magic.
Yeah.
So whichever one of those floats your boat.
I just kind of want like mass destruction with my brain.
Yeah. So one or the other, and also like if that's the angle you're going
But
for,
would either one work?
yeah. And also if you want to be like if you want to be the character that's like using a lot of like fire and stuff, you might want to look at playing the spell slinger.
Hmm. Okay, what's the most blowy uppy one?
Probably either the spell slinger or the hex.
Hmm.
So if that's the
So, how like what would they do differently than the spooky?
so I'm glad you asked.
Because I
Oh.
kind of like the idea of being a spooky with the like telekinesis,
Okay. Yeah. So
Hey.
like just crushing metal cans
Ben,
in the air. Yeah.
Ben, might I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Which is instead of getting rid of your use magic roll completely,
Yeah.
I suggest you look at the special moves that the spooky has.
Okay.
Because some of those are basically like use telepathy magic to do that.
yeah, like the
instead.
big whammy would be.
Do additional things onto use magic rolls. And if you take away your use magic roll, you straight up lose all of that extra sort of flexibility with the spooky.
No, you don't.
Ah.
Oh, you mean like hex? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I'm looking at.
Front of the hat.
Mm.
Hex is when you cast a spell with magic.
Mm-mm.
So.
I'm thinking.
Because the spooky is more like kind of like a Jean Grey sort of thing, but if you're looking for just like raining fire from your hands, that's more of like a wizardy sort of stuff, you know?
The hex or the spell slinger may be the better one
Yeah.
for that.
Is hex in the second thing or is it in the?
Yeah, it's in the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about the hex there, Ben.
I don't know, because I kind of like
Um,
the flavor of the spooky. This is
Yeah,
like
I mean,
kind of like
that's-
more occult than what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and so what's really cool is oh, hang on. So when you eventually, and we're going to talk about this on a bit more later, but when you level up, you can take a move from another playbook. So you might be able to pick up that bit of fire magic that you want when you level up.
Okay.
So-
Wait, so if I take telekinesis, then I will lose out on a lot of my class stuff.
If you do telekinesis, you're going to lose out on hex, and that's about it.
How about the big whammy?
No, you still get that.
You would not lose out on the big whammy.
And so what does Hex do?
But if you do any of the hex stuff, so like,
Is there like a spell list or something like that?
Yeah. So the other thing that you all are going to want to look at is the Monster of the Week revised Hunter reference sheet, which
Okay.
which explains how the thing is, and this is your use magic is on the second page of that sheet, and it has a list of effects and glitches, and the wording on that is pretty straightforward, I hope.
Okay. Ooh. Hmm.
So if those interest you, um,
Oh no, but the spooky already has telepathy. Oh wait, no, that's not
telepathy is not telekinesis.
telekinesis. Okay. Okay. Wombo combo.
Yeah.
Wombo combo.
Yeah.
Oh. Wombo combo.
So are y'all? Am I right in assuming that everyone has made it to the part where on their sheets where it says introductions?
Yes.
I still need to do my main stats. Is that just rolling out of 6?
No. You don't roll for main stats at all.
Oh.
So here, let me. So
Oh,
which
is
one
that
you?
down here at the ratings and you pick a
Yes, you do.
Yeah, just pick one of those.
line? Oh, okay. That's
Super
that's
easy.
Stupid fucking easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not just easy. That's stupid easy.
So let me. So while we're here, I should probably explain to you what the 5 stats do, right?
Yeah.
Like that seems like a
Yeah.
yeah, right?
Tell 'em.
So charm is basically how good are you at persuading people to do what you want them to do. And charm directly affects to manipulate someone, which is like if you want to get information out of them or get them to do something, I would ask you to roll to manipulate someone. Cool is how well you're able to keep calm under fire, and that affects acting under pressure and rolling to help out. So if you have less cool, you're more likely to be like, whoa, I can't do this right now. There's too much going on.
Yeah.
Sharp is, like you got an eye for something, and that helps. That correlates with investigating a mystery, which is like you're looking for clues, or reading a bad situation, which is kind of like, all right, so we're driving our car up to this abandoned mansion. Like what could possibly like I'm looking out for something.
Yeah.
Tough is how well you're able to dish things out and take them when they're dished back to you. So that affects your kick some ass, which is
I don't really like dishes that much.
okay. So
Is that gonna be a problem?
no, not really.
Possibly.
So
Oh.
that affects
Good.
being able to kick some ass, which is your fight roll, and protecting someone, which is to stop them from getting beat up. And then there's weird, which is like, like how weird are you? And that affects either used magic or the other laundry list of alternate weird moves, which includes like weird science, which is like, So you're as the gumshoe, you have 5 options, and they're pretty well spread out. It looks like you're going to be focusing primarily on charm or sharp.
Yeah.
And then you pick you get your gear, and you just like mark those on the sheet, and then we'll move to introductions and history. And if anyone's got any questions about the stuff before that, let me know now.
Sorry, what?
So if you got a question about the stuff on your sheet before introductions, now is a good time to ask.
I think I'm good.
You're good.
Outside.
You're set.
Be Gucci.
Gucci.
Oh,
I'm almost there. I think.
All right.
I like turtles.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah.
Good one.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah.
Dude, and then he frickin' turns himself into a pickle.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, is that minus? Oh, it's plus or minus. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna be just to clarify, 0 is average in this game.
okay.
So there's gonna be something you're
Okay.
slightly not as good at doing, and there's gonna be something you're perfectly fine at doing. There's something you're gonna be pretty good at doing. There's gonna be one thing that you're damn great at doing, unless you're like, Patch, does the monsters have a weird stat array where they have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Weird is +3.
Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Whee! Alright, I think... So should we get into introductions?
Well,
hold on.
yeah, I'm gonna wait until Mead says we're good, and then we're gonna start with that.
Sharp. What I say sharp plus.
Would it really be that big of a loss if I lost Hex in place of telekinesis?
I don't think so, personally, no.
No, probably not.
Alright, I think I'm gonna take telekinesis.
Because like the thing is like that is one of your options when you level up, but you don't have to take it.
Oh, what? Telekinesis?
No. The hex, like you don't have to be playing the spooky and have hex.
Oh, okay.
And I think. Oh, what do I do for luck?
Don't touch that yet.
Okay.
Luck and harm shouldn't be filled in at all. So
Okay, yeah, but I'm good.
yeah, okay, awesome. So we're gonna start with we're gonna start with Sierra Polanski. Polanski?
Yeah, Kira Polinsky.
Kira Polinsky. We're gonna start with Kira Polinsky, and she's gonna do her introduction.
Cool. So I see go around and like name.
Yep. So we're starting with you, and we're gonna go around, and you're gonna introduce your thing by name and look, and tell the group what they know about you, and then we're gonna do that for all 5 of you, and then we're gonna come back around to you, Patrick, and we're gonna go around, and you're gonna pick one of the things off your history for each of the other hunters.
Cool.
All right. So we're starting with you.
Awesome. So my character's name is Kira Polinsky. She is a 23-year-old woman, and she is very strange. Do you know like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Kinda hot.
Okay.
Ben's asking the right questions.
I am asking the right questions. Now give me the right answers.
If you believe so, then you believe so.
Hey.
They want a wanga.
Yeah. No one wanga. Yeah.
A wall of the gunga.
She is, God. So she is just a very like strange individual. Very spacey. Very just hello. But very friendly. She doesn't seem to have like a mean bone in her body. She's just very happy to be there and be involved. But she really keeps to herself. She is like she's not necessarily introverted. She has like a very excitable energy around her, but she's just like she doesn't really talk about herself too much.
Okay. So my question for you is, so why are you on this case with the OSI?
So I feel like the OSI has put her on there because they know things about her that are top secret and have not been revealed to other people.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So I can share that here out of character, but
Yeah, or you can
that's
DM
up
it to
you if
me.
you want us to know things. Yeah. Okay. I'll just DM you that.
Yeah.
Pepsi Bola.
Yeah. So tell me about Reggie.
Oh, Reggie. So Reggie is 16. He's very rough and tumble. He tries to make himself seem like the edgiest guy around, and he's like, you know, wants to believe that he is the the coolest, and nobody's cooler than he than he is. Um, yeah, I don't think the other characters would know too much about him, as he's not extremely talkative.
Yeah.
Well, like, he's kind of talkative, but he tries not to be talkative because the more you talk, the less edgy you are. Um,
He talks about it a lot, but
Yeah.
he doesn't say much of any substance.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 You
And
wouldn't
why?
get it anyways.
Yeah. And why is he a minor on this case with the OSI?
Yeah. So, Reggie's really never had a family.
Okay.
And so he has been in and out of government custody, since he's been born, because of his, dangerous abilities.
Okay.
Um, and he's been able to negotiate some sort of freedom where he kind of gets autonomy, and he gets to live his life outside of a concrete square 3 kilometers underground. But in return, he has to agree to be used as an asset by the U.S. government in times of need, or else he will be neutralized as a threat. So he's kind of here under threat of death, but just a little bit.
I mean, motivations,
Yeah.
Yeah, death. That's
But it's like,
motivation.
whatever, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So tell me about this Burke Macklin guy.
God, I hate you so much, Mead. Jesus
That's
Christ.
exactly what I'm going for. You're welcome. So Burt Macklin, 27. What am I doing? The look.
Yeah, you can lead with that.
Just like, so like he's got the look. He's a dude, unshaven, looks a lot like Chris Pratt.
So
Except he
if
shops exclusive.
So if we were going to be live casting this, we would cast Burt Macklin with Chris Pratt.
No, Burt Macklin would be playing himself
Oh, okay.
because Chris Pratt is just a cover.
Okay.
All right.
Dress. He shops at LL Bean and Brooks Brothers almost exclusively.
Oh, all right.
Those are
Yeah,
two very
and
different places to shop.
is he like?
Well, LL Bean doesn't make suits, so
Is he a cop?
Uh,
Is he a PI? Like, what's his stake in this?
So he was he is ex-military. You don't know which branch of the military, but you do know he's also been. He has a degree in like criminal justice or history. Yeah. He has some sort of degree. He has a degree.
Yeah.
In something that's at
relevant,
least tangentially related to the
yeah,
law.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was in the military as like an officer, and he was like when one of like NCIS or some shit like that. Like he was in the investigative service of one of the military branches, but you don't know which one.
Now, Mr. Bragdon, I will make you an offer. There is an NPC that is with the investigative branch of the Air Force that you'll be meeting very soon.
So one of the traits for the Gumshoe is the Naked City, where I have lots of personal connections.
Yep. So you want that to be one of them?
That's gonna be one of them. Would you classify that as national law enforcement or military?
I'd go with national law enforcement.
Okay, that was one of the ones I was foreseeing for myself. So
yeah. And also, let me know if you want to like have somebody like, oh, I know them. Like, let me know, because I'll let you have those 3 other ones in your back pocket.
The 4 that I picked out right now.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to have this in advance. It feels like cheating. It was national law enforcement, bartenders, organized crime, and stage magicians.
Yeah, I can make that.
Love
We can.
the fact that stage magicians is one of them.
I saw it, and that was the first one I picked.
We can. I can make. I yeah.
This has to be it.
Yeah. I can work with all of those. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So tell me about James.
And,
Oh, what else you got? Bert, what else?
Oh,
you
no,
got
actually, that's it.
Oh, that's it. All right. Tell me about James.
For now.
Yeah.
About James?
Yeah, tell me about James.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, James, I'm talking to you.
Okay, so James is a special agent for the Office of Special Investigations.
Okay.
He is relatively young, but I think he's been working there pretty much his sort of entire investigative career.
Okay.
Um, so I'd say he's like not like fresh out of the academy. He's got like a little bit of seniority, but this is like his, or like not like not seniority per se, but he is a promising young field agent.
So would you consider this
But
like
like this isn't his first mission.
but would this be his first one where he's running lead?
I don't know that I didn't know that I was running lead. But
I mean, you're
um,
the only OSI officer
uh,
assigned to the case. So I would assume that you're running lead.
oh fuck. Okay.
I did title the name of this
Then
episode "Rookie's First Case," so
rookie's first case. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess this is my first real case. I think I've done some where I've been like working alongside other people, but this is my first
Yeah, first solo.
case that I've got.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot is known about the Office of Special Investigations, other than that they are, oh, let's see some red tape tags. They are well financed and have official pull.
Yes, they do.
Um, it is good that I did not pick offices all over the place because I am the one agent here. But we also know that they have uh, cryptic missions and
Yeah.
are very bureaucratic.
Also true.
Um,
Epic.
uh, so, yeah, he's young. He was given, because Colorado is known for its sort of, well, mountainous terrain.
On pain.
He was given a by the agency in sort of preparation for this. He was given
H.
a Dodge Power Wagon pickup truck that is his sort of work vehicle.
What
It's
a
an
name
agency
for a
vehicle.
thing.
It's blacked out.
Yep.
Got
Ooh,
a bed cap on it.
Yep. Does it
How
have
is
the
that?
standard issue light bar?
Standard.
It's got the so first of all, it has the factory equipped 14,000 pound winch.
Okay. Yep. Of course.
That's important because
Mhm.
it was factory equipped.
Yep.
It is lifted. It has the. I mean, it's got. Are you talking like trail lights, or are you talking like light bar lights,
Like cop lights.
like cop lights?
Yeah.
Because it has both.
Okay.
But I don't think it's got a flashy light bar for cop lights. I think
Yeah.
those are grill mounted and like
Okay.
sort of back mounted. I think
So
they're like,
so the
sort of,
OSI's official
like the new
lights are
right.
yellow and green.
Okay. So like the I think like the Tauruses, those are
Mhm.
sort of built into the headlight and
Yep.
tail lights.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So like you don't know they're there until they're on and
Yeah.
flashing.
Until
Yeah.
they're there.
And you
Yeah.
you also you also
also
know
have
that OSI
Real
typically
bright grill mounted LED bars.
yeah. So you know that OSI typically doesn't use their own cars because they're very much under the book. So not a lot of people ever see the yellows and greens at scenes.
I tell her.
Yeah.
I think they might. I think this one may also have blues.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Like just the standard. I think it has standard red and blues, but also has the green and yellow.
No. I'll tell you what it has. It has advanced LED bars where it has the different pre-programmed setups. And your badge actually, when you flash it, if you say I'm this person from said agency, it will show said agency.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think he went through one of the relatively elite military sort of training programs as part of OSI training, but I
Yeah,
do
you went through
not
West
think
Point.
he was ever actually like I do not think he was ever sort of active duty combat. But I think I went through
Duty.
Yeah.
um through that and did some more sort of like Homeland Security
Yeah.
type stuff, and then I was pulled for
Yeah.
this.
So just for context for everyone, OSI in this setting is very much like Agents of Shield, where like they're the very much like that, where they got a lot of like cool tech
Okay.
gadgets and they're very hush hush, but they have all of the pull.
They got
Nice.
dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Is that all we got for
Nice
James?
Um,
Nice.
I think that's just about it for James. He tends to rely less on his muscles and more on his brains.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
All right, so tell me about Dutch.
Oh boy,
Dutch.
here we go.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Dutch is a 30-year-old, big bearded dude, tatted to the nines, with tattoos that can only be described as hex markings or magic writing.
Oh, nice.
I'm not really sure, but they're odd shapes that you'd probably see somebody draw on the ground if they're doing a magic ritual.
Nice.
My main man's got a fucking motorcycle.
Nice.
Like that '97 Fat Boy, blacked out, the flames. Likes wearing shades.
Nice.
Why not?
Don't we all?
And what's the last requirement? The like why I'm here, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like, Dutch is one of those guys that's seen the action, but not in the formal setting. You could tell by the way that he kind of carries himself. He's been in a lot of scraps, and he's learned how to fight through said scraps. So he's pretty much your
Table
Take it.
scrap.
take a buff Hell's Angels man and make him Dutch. That's pretty much what you're gonna get.
All right,
Is,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Dutch?
Is he Dutch?
Is Dutch Dutch?
Dutch? Double Dutch.
No, but is he?
No. God, no.
So
okay.
That's a good bit though. That's
Yeah.
a stupid good bit.
yeah, so I guess just
Um,
for my clarification, if you want to send this to me in DM, but like, what's the deal with his organization that he works with?
Oh, so my man Dutch belongs to a sect.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes the sect likes to kind of work with government officials. I say
Mhm.
that in air quotes because they're not fond of it, but sometimes circumstances will push them to do exactly that, work together.
Okay,
I have
Um,
seen a few circumstances before.
So he's been sent out by his sect to assist the meal here and kind of figure out what the fuck's going on out here. with
All
these,
right, yeah, yeah.
These government officials.
yeah,
Ugh, government.
yeah.
Am I right?
All right, yeah. So now jumping back up to Ciara. Am I pronouncing that right?
Kiera.
Kiera, like a key for a
Yeah,
lock.
Kiera.
Okay, Kiera. Yeah. So let's start with your history thing. And you're
Yeah.
playing the That's right, cheapest. That's right.
Yes.
So you're playing the monstrous. So I'm pulling that up for sake of myself. Yeah, so we're going around the group, and you're picking one of each for the other hunters. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just start going through them.
Yeah. And like the thing is like you can pick you don't have to go in order of everyone else at the table, but like you need to assign one of these to someone. And you don't
Yeah,
like
okay.
I'm going to tell you that if you want it to just be blanket all of them are the same one, that's fine. I don't care. Or if you're just like, yeah, none of these really fit, like I'm also fine with that. But like I just would like to kind of establish like do you know these other people and if so,
God, I hope not.
You know me, Ben.
Sadly.
Wait, so can I choose to not know people, or should I have a relation with everybody?
I mean, look, man, up to you. You can choose not to know people. That's fine by me.
I know about the vague concept of people, but
What
beyond
is-
that,
What does it mean to be a person?
that's a good question, Mead.
Let's spend the next 3 hours postulating about it.
I agree. That's a thing we should do.
I think. Okay. I think I'm gonna do the close relations or a distant descendant.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to do that with good old Dutch.
Oh boy, you're gonna have relations with Dutch?
No, you are my distant descendant.
Wow, that's weird. All right.
And
What
I
are you, my guy?
that's classified.
30.
And I
You
assume
don't
that,
know how old I am.
and I'm gonna assume that Dutch may or may not know that.
I'm gonna say that Dutch probably wouldn't, unless Dutch, you think that somehow we figured this out.
I mean, like, unless you're like part of the sect or the secret society that I'm in, the likelihood of me knowing that is pretty slim.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay, so I am Jake's ancestor. That's fun.
Yeah.
And then I'll do close relations then with James. Then I'd say that we're pretty good friends.
Okay.
Through some meets.
Well, James does work for OSI, so
Yeah, perfect then. We've gotten to know each other. Let's see.
Milk.
Yeah, that.
Milk.
Deal.
Reggie, do you want to have fought together against the odds, then prevailed?
Sure, man. Wait, so you are what is it? So you're the monstrous?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Cool.
Like would you say like, because I am under, we'll call it contractual obligation with the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Would it be under those circumstances or?
Yeah, I'd say we both found each other on some sort of mission at the same time. Maybe not through the same organization, but
Like Craigslist?
yeah. We both got the same Craigslist ad.
Or like we've been suicide squatted into something before.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably good. That's a good one right there. Yeah, we both been suicide squatted into something before. We got into a tough situation. We were able to get out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Mead.
Hey, I
Yeah,
have an
bud.
important question for both of you regarding that particular thing. Were you
Yeah.
squatted by OSI?
I was
What?
working for OSI.
Did you just shorten it to Suicide Squad?
I said suicide squatted.
Oh,
I did not say suicide. It's an interesting portmanteau that you have just come up with.
I
Suicide
may or may
Squad.
not be overtired at the moment.
I like rocks.
I like
Um,
turtles.
And then Mead. Let's see. You're Burt Macklin.
FBI.
FBI.
Burt Macklin, FBI.
Yeah. Oh, my apologies.
Is that like? Are you gonna get that on your like birth certificate?
No.
FBI.
I'm gonna say that. Do you want to have saved me, or do you want me to have saved you?
What from?
Another hunter, like some sort of not from us, but someone we were going against.
I'm gonna say saved you. I saved
Okay. Okay, cool.
so what? So
So,
the
if
follow up
it's,
to that part is ask them what happened. So
Yeah. So Mead, what happened?
you. Fuck.
I played myself. Damn it.
Brain work.
I played I'm a fool in a man's shoes. Let me hear. They did the classic pushed you off a cliff and you were hanging on. And then I came over and just, shot them away, Dirty Harry style.
Beautiful.
I know what you're thinking.
And then I pulled you up from the cliff.
I was gonna say, and then you just left her there.
Like, you son of a bitch.
Macklin, you son of a bitch.
I'll have to go save the president's rubies.
With my wife, Janet Snakehole.
Oh, all right. Moving on. All right, Reggie, your turn.
Right. So I think
Where's my writing stick?
my relations to a more on the more towards a minimum.
Yep.
Because again, I'm just kind of being thrown into this against my will.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say,
So I'm looking at your list right now, and a couple of them look pretty good for what you're going for. Like, there is, you hope they can help you control your powers.
So I was thinking that for the initiate, which is Dutch.
Yep. Okay.
What's up?
Because,
What's
so
going on?
Dutch is involved in the occult, and so my hopes are that maybe he would happen to know something that the government doesn't in terms of what's going on with me,
Mm-hmm.
or what I am exactly.
Well, one of the bad traditions of my sect is paranoid and secretive, so abso-fucking-lutely.
Great.
Okay, awesome. So that's one thing.
So,
All right.
I was also thinking somebody else have seen me use my powers in a vindictive way, just crushing rats to mush or something like that.
Mm.
Oh, you mean like a serial killer?
Yeah, a bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
It would be so weird if you had a government handler.
I do. Yeah. My therapist.
Or an OSI agent who is assigned to keep tabs on you.
Well, okay, so I have a good portion of the OSI assigned to keeping tabs on me, but my direct handler is my therapist/counselor.
Does said therapist
You
and
know,
counselor have a
and
name
choose-
for Tyler's reference?
Ben, if you had to choose somebody who was going to have that particular history tag, it might be your OSI boy.
Oh, maybe not okay, so maybe you are assigned as my handler.
Yeah.
That was really smart.
Just
it might
heavy
be
hand
the boy who has been doing surveillance on the occult.
The Lib Patrick.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
I can also check my tag for you, which is where is it?
it's not your turn.
You are keeping tabs on them.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
your turn.
No, but that's good.
All right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
my therapist/counselor is Dr. Eleanor Faustish.
Okay.
And
I will try to do a German woman's voice.
twice a week, we meet twice a week, and we talk about my feelings, and my urges to kill.
Okay.
It's mostly about my urges to kill.
Okay.
Are you basing this character off of me IRL?
No.
Now
I didn't know you had urges to kill, though. Keep that in mind.
Ben, just for hey, now Ben, just for clarification.
So Ben picked violence 3 times for his dark side tag.
Actually, no. I did, what is it? More than 3 apply, but, so I did addiction,
We don't
poor
have to-
impulse control, and hallucinations.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I just get
Very
surprised.
much
Got
got
it.
substance abuse.
No, he's not a murderer, guys.
So
Just
much
get the freak.
peyote.
He's gonna kill us all.
Yep.
So much peyote.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else? So you
I
got.
often see like little demons, just like
Oh.
around.
Okay. All right. This will.
Like-
Schizophrenic.
They like stare at me from behind, like shelves.
Are they
shelves and stuff.
hallucinations if they're real, though?
You know, that's an interesting distinction.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
I do.
Love to find out.
I know.
So yeah, I'd say maybe like, Gumshoe. What's his name?
Burt Macklin.
Burt Macklin. God damn it.
Burt
Son of a bitch.
Burt Macklin. I feel like you've seen me like, yeah. So we had.
I've seen you before. I have something picked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say like you've seen me just like do some like sick sadistic shit or just like wig out a bit.
Hot.
Yeah. We can include that in there.
And who's like probably the most clean cut one? Here.
Definitely not me.
Who has the least edgy backstory?
Kevin.
Tyler.
Oh yeah. God. Yes. Literally God.
I feel like by all accounts, it seems like I do. Maybe.
Wow, that's a first.
All right, then you.
Wait, I have-
you can use
I have
my
a non-edgy
telekinetic powers.
backstory.
Weirdest
I
episode of
thought
Full
it was
House.
pretty
Yeah.
non-edgy.
It's. Yeah.
But doesn't Kevin already have the thing?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't like the beauty of this is like Ben's thing for Kevin can be different than Kevin's thing for Ben.
Yeah.
It is not the. I mean, it doesn't seem like it necessarily is.
Yeah. So I think I have. Some pretty good ties to the rest of us.
All right. Cool. Up next, Burt Macklin.
Okay. So for Patrick, we first met on an unsolved crimes forum.
Wow.
Now, what infamous crime fascinates the both of us?
Oh,
I
boy, can
now I'm gonna
consider
give you a good
I know,
one.
That's why.
Patrick, might I suggest Jack the Ripper?
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
too. Come on, that's too.
One. No, 100% yes.
Okay.
That fits my
let me write that
character
down.
so well. You have no idea.
That's why I offered it.
Okay. Kevin, we were training buddies at some point because we
I
both
was-
went through.
Just gonna say that, Mead,
Yeah, it works.
because
Beautiful.
I also have the training buddies box.
I was actually thinking, I'm like, man, would it be funny if Kevin A also has the training buddies box and B picks that for me? Okay, so
I
that's
don't
did.
know.
I think that was
how-
a thing you both did.
I don't know whether we're the. Actually, that makes sense. We could be, because you said he's like 20, like late 20s.
mid to late 20s, yeah.
Yeah, we are the same age, also.
Yeah, basically the same age.
So we went through training together.
Yeah. We just went very different ways. You have had a fulfilling career, and I am, Burt Macklin.
Hey, you're an FBI agent. I just got picked for a unique and secretive track.
Yeah, you little shit. Ben, we first met because you came and wanted to get my help with what's this? You tried to hire me for a job, but I wasn't. Right now, I am a functioning alcoholic. When you tried to hire me for the job, I was not functioning,
Okay.
so I couldn't take it.
Hey, we have shared ties through substance abuse.
What was that What was the job you wanted to hire me for?
I got a good one if you can't think of one, Ben.
I kind of want to hear what yours is, Tyler.
You wanted him to help find your parents.
That's what I was thinking.
So, like, I wanted him to help find my parents, but deep down, I definitely know, like, deep down in my heart, that my parents are a pile of mush. Like, red mush.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's because in my drunken rant, that's what I told you. And I just screamed that before you just, and then I told you to get the fuck out of my office.
You murderized them. The end.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And Jake, you're gonna love this one.
Oh, Burt Macklin. You
We're
silly.
on the same bowling team.
Wait, so then for mine, can we be fellow Asian women / martial arts club members?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
also,
know how I feel about that.
Also-
or we could be on rival bowling teams. Those are the options. But we do need a bowling-related disagreement that has rubbed both of us the wrong way. It can be very minor,
Could we
but
be
a
on
disagreement.
the same team and talk about the one time that we fucking lost and we shouldn't have?
Yeah. Okay.
now,
Or,
while we're here
that works.
on you, Burt Macklin, what's the code, the one sentence code that your gumshoe adheres to?
Tyler, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me know what it is the second you got one, because
Yeah, I know that's kind of important.
well, because that's important to things like the postman always rings twice and the long goodbye.
Well, good. Well, luckily, I did not pick either of those.
Also, as long as you're following your code, you will receive +1 on going to manipulate someone, and you may not be possessed or charmed by any sort of supernatural alien or demonic entity or item.
Okay.
So, you know,
What?
just like,
It gives you protection from the freaking charmed condition?
or possessed.
If we're talking Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but like that's just like once you figure it out, and they give you some pretty good example ones.
Oh boy.
The one I picked when I was running was "The darkness must be kept secret." But yeah, let me know when you got one.
Yeah, no, I've been working on that the whole time.
Yeah. All right, cool. And now we're popping over to who's left. Oh yeah, Dutch. No, the professional, James. James, what are your things? James?
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Cool.
Dawn.
I've got for Reggie, watch list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Left. Was it me?
Yeah.
I may have gotten kicked out of this thing real quick.
No, you're still here.
Okay. So, what I've got for Reginald is that he is on a, he's on the OSI's, like, watch list, and I've been keeping an eye on him.
Okay, yeah.
That one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
For, what is it, Kira?
Kira, yes.
Yeah.
Kira.
Crookshank.
No.
You're on the agency's watch list.
I've been keeping an eye on you.
Well, that's fun because I have done many jobs for them, so good.
Oh,
Now,
in that
yeah.
case, wait, have you done? Hold on, have you done those missions officially or unofficially?
They hire me. I'm not a part of
Okay.
the OSI. I just
You're a
they sort
contractor.
of, like, Suicide Squad me.
And are you well regarded by the agency?
You can just
I
tell them that they are,
think-
Kevin.
I think you are well. So, I think that the two of us met on a mission and worked together unofficially and successfully.
Okay, cool. And that's why then we're friends.
Correct.
Yeah.
Burt Macklin.
FBI.
We are friends
Shut
from
the
training.
fuck up.
This
Come
could
over
be for
here and
military
make
law
me.
enforcement or some weirder school. Do we want to say it was like basic training, or do we want to say
I don't
want
want to say. I want to say it was an
or do we want to
advanced
say it
training.
was West Point?
No, West Point is too confining.
Do we want to say it was Quantico?
It is an advanced training, an inter-service advanced training.
Okay, advanced training.
Now, also, Mr. Bragdon, when you
Advanced
level up,
paranormal training.
ooh,
Maybe.
there we go. Now, Mr. Bragdon, when you level up, I would strongly suggest, when you can, you might want to take the deal with the agency move.
Oh, which one is that?
That's off the professional playbook, because if you sir are with the FBI.
I wasn't gonna. No. That was just a bit I was
Oh,
doing.
oh, okay. All right, cool.
And then Dutch.
That's his name.
I think you've worked with the agency before, and you're well regarded.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I work with you. I work with the OSI every now and again, so would make
Yeah.
sense.
I think you've worked with the agency before, and you're well regarded.
Dutch, you're up.
I got nothing.
Got nothing?
Yeah, no. Like all the stuff that I'm reading down here, the history just doesn't fit. So other than the stuff that the people have told me and I've incorporated into my backstory, you don't know much else.
A bowling team.
Yep.
I like how all the options are like, yeah, and then there's one that's just like, oh, that's just a fucking meme. Like
Yeah.
with, stage magicians.
Hey, Jake, you're part of the initiate, right?
He is.
What if just freaking everybody was just described
part
in
of
the
my-
prophecies?
And you're not sure which role it is yet.
Because that is a valid option for everybody.
That's true. But as of no, I think I'm gonna pass on the history stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But
All right, so I'm about to share this with you. Hang on.
Oh, have you been writing that down too?
No?
Oh, cool. Because I've been writing it all down.
Good. I'm about to send y'all the
Hey, how come I'm a subscriber to your channel and I still get ads?
I don't know.
Because God is dead.
God is dead.
That seems scummy.
Let me see what I can do about it, my guy. Yeah. So I just sent to y'all the Google Doc reference thing that I've sent you, and there should be a part of it that is under a bunch of redaction.
Ooh.
Yes.
Project Spanner.
Open original. Yep.
So All Hell J
This is
has
an image?
All Hell J has requested me to talk about the thought. Here's my 2 cents. If she breathing, she a thought.
Oh, okay.
That's
Hey,
insightful.
Tuller?
All women are queens.
Tuller?
Yes, Kevin.
Did you send an image?
Nope, I sent a Google document.
There it is. I found it.
You look in the wrong place, weren't you?
Preview, and apparently I clicked on the preview of it.
Yeah.
And I opened the icon image in Google Photos.
That's
I
less
like
usable.
The black ink.
Yeah.
I like the black ink.
Yeah.
It's a very
Okay,
Dr.
there's a
Donut.
part
type
under.
of
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, or a bit of it under redaction.
Yeah. Now the good thing is, like, eventually that will not be under redaction.
Oh.
Mm.
But this is just this is a reference document for you, so you know, even after I explain all this stuff, you can reference back to this without having to ask me, wait a minute, who the hell was this guy? It's just like, here you go, you know who that guy is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so it is,
Can I call Special Agent Ruth? Can I call him Tony?
Hey, Tuller.
if you want. Yes. Yes, Kevin. Kevin?
Oh.
Kevin.
Wait.
Yeah?
That is very funny.
Yeah?
I do not know if Mead knows how funny that is.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
To me.
We'll tell you about the bit after off air.
that
Wait a
Agent Ruth is also called Tony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Ruth.
We'll tell him later. All right, yeah. So
Thank you, Ben.
Mead.
no, later. I'm gonna get this on the
I'm
road.
dying to know. Tyler, let's just end the stream now so I can know.
Tony Ruth is our uncle.
There you go.
Oh,
Wait, actually?
Yes, I kid you not. Our uncle's name is Tony Ruth.
Where do you think I got the name from?
Do I have it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Tyler, OSI, is that
Yeah.
AFOSI or is that something different?
So he works for the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. That's basically the Air Force's version of NCIS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas
I work
OSI
for
is
the
like
department.
what?
I work for the Department of like
dogs
that is
and
its
dog
own
fetishes?
special agency.
Yeah, you work for the Office of Special Investigation.
okay.
Yes. All right, so let's get this show on the road.
All right.
So all of you, in one way, shape, or another, you've been told that you're going to Eagle County, more specifically this place, Gilman, and also if you want to like in your own separate tab, want to look this up on like Google Earth, you can see where it is.
Okay.
In our reality, it's like an abandoned town out in the middle of nowhere, but for intended purposes, it actually is still a town. For my thing. But
Tyler, Gilman has been abandoned for 47 years.
Gary Grant's been dead for 47 years.
yeah. So you fly into
How
this
long
very
has Gary Grant been dead for?
Just a little bit over 47 days, I do
Yeah.
believe.
So you're flying into Gilman, and you've been like the trip's been paid, but you're flying in small jets. It is a regional airport. And it is rather empty. There is like a diner in the airport that is rather empty right now, considering it is rather in the middle of nowhere. But you kind of as you each get off the plane, and whether or not you flow together, I don't really care. You kind of notice that you kind of think the guy who was running the diner lives in the airport. You also notice that there's not a lot of security, and the place doesn't seem to have been really updated since the 70s. So there's metal detectors, but that's really the only amount of security there.
Nice.
And it's very
Well, that's
empty.
Here.
And you see that there's there are the plastic chairs that you can sit in, but while they used to be white, they have now been tinted yellow by exposure to the sun. And there's dust on the plastic plants. And you notice that there are some newspaper machines. And some periodicals laid about. There's a little brochure that says "Welcome to Eagle County," and it says paid for by Eagle County Recreational Fund, 1972. So they haven't been updated in a while. You notice that there is also there's a small little kiosk that it surprisingly does have a computer, but it looks like it still runs Windows 98.
Nice.
There's a fax machine, and there is a pay telephone. Yeah.
Guys, there is a bowling alley in the town.
Yes, there's a bowling alley in the town. Yes. But yeah, so
you and Jake are set.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So as you mill out, you also know that if you have personal vehicles, they have been brought to this place called Camp Hale. And a car will be sent to. Yeah, there. Well, you brought your skateboard in your carry-on. I mean, like Kevin's truck and the motorcycle.
Yes, babe, I am real man. Do you want to go skateboards?
What was that?
That's for SDF. Yeah, voiced by one
Wow.
Felix Kithen, aka PewDiePie. Way back in the day.
Oh, PewDiePie did that cow?
Yeah,
I didn't know he did that.
yeah, he did. Wild.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I figured out why
Your
there's
orphans, you're all dead. What kind of man would do this? Skateboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
So basically, right now you're waiting around for the car to come pick you up. And you've been told that there is a phone number you can call if you think they're taking too long. But you know that the drive to Camp Hale's about an hour, and you just landed, so you
So
actually
we
showed
do
up.
have cell phones.
Yes, you do. You do have cell phones if you choose to have them. Whether or not you get service, that's another question.
Hey, do we get
Ah.
service?
Yeah, like a bar.
I have Verizon.
I
There is
thought
no
we were
Wi-Fi.
at a bar. I thought we were at a diner.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So is there anything you guys would like to do while waiting for the car?
We're at the diner.
Well, so there's a diner attached to this like airport terminal. There's some seats. There's some periodicals. There is a computer that you could use if you wanted to. It looks like you have to put in like a quarter to use it. It's weird.
I'm in.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense. I think I'm good. I think I'm
What time is it?
waiting.
It's
Yeah,
it's
that's a good
it's like 7 local time, 7:30 local time, and it is
AM
like
or
the AM, and it is like the like midway through the second week of June. And as you're kind of looking around, you see way off in the distance it looks like smoke.
What's the weather like?
Smoky.
It is hot and still. There's not a cloud in the sky. And as you kind of look out, you see that all of the grass is this wonderful brown color. Yes.
The
Well,
drug.
it's a forest
But
fire.
while we wait, Dutch is gonna go into the diner, get a nice cup of hot black coffee.
Yep.
And some eggs and home fries.
Yeah, there's
I'll
there's
follow
a
Dutch on in there. I want some flapjacks.
yeah, there's a
I'm
there's
going
a
to-
yeah.
I'm going to use the bathroom and then join them with the hot black coffee with 2 sugars and
Yeah.
I haven't decided on breakfast yet. I'm gonna hold off on that.
Yeah. So there is so you go into the bathroom and there's only there's 3 stalls in this bathroom. And 3 sinks and there's
urinal?
no urinal. Because there's only one bathroom here.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
And paper towels out of the dispenser. There's not a hand dryer.
Hmm.
Mm.
And there's actually still bar soap. There's no soap pump. It's bar soap. And it looks like this place hasn't really been refurbished since the 70s again.
Rinky dink is what
Yeah.
you would call it.
Yeah. So you
The
use the
last time
bathroom.
someone refurbished this bathroom, Jimmy Carter was president.
Yeah, pretty much. So you go to the bathroom, you come out, and there's a guy. He looks like to be in his late 30s. He's gone bald. He's got a mustache. And he's wearing a name tag on his apron that just says Dex. And he's the only guy in the diner.
Hey, you want to buy some death sticks?
I hate
No,
no,
that's the wrong
I
bit.
would-
That's the wrong.
Oh, God.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan!
Dexter.
Yeah. So he's just
Hey, one on one guy!
he's the only guy there. And he is not. He's serving, and the cat he didn't not a lot of people come in. He and actually he gets to talking yeah, most people talking are truckers, and I give them that can I interest you you guys in a paper or something or you just here to eat.
Yeah, I'll take a newspaper.
Yeah, and he oh yeah you also want a paper? I'll bring you a copy of all the papers I got. And he's got he's surprisingly got Washington Post and New York Times.
Nice.
And there's not much of note there. But there's also a Colorado's
Hot sheets.
yeah. He also is there is National Enquirer. There's also a local version of the National Enquirer. There's a state paper and a local paper.
Hey, homie, hook me up with that state or with that local National Enquirer.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh, Tyler, I decided what I want for breakfast, by the
yeah.
way.
What are you getting?
Biscuits and gravy with a side of grape jelly on top.
Oh yeah. He hooks that up for you. They're surprisingly good.
For someplace
one
that's
of
not the South, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have one of the local ones too, please.
Yeah, no problem, lady. So the national papers are talking about stuff not happening in Colorado, surprisingly. the local paper mentions that there's a
What, are you telling me that nothing happens in Colorado?
Not
well,
much.
the state paper is mentioning that there's a wildfire currently burning right over the border to Wyoming, or not Wyoming, Wyoming. Yeah, there's a
one key flaw with that. Wyoming doesn't exist.
okay.
Such birds.
I agree. Wyoming shouldn't exist either.
No,
So
it
that's-
doesn't, not that it shouldn't. It just doesn't exist to not should exist to
Yeah,
begin
like
with.
birds, man. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
So
but
so
it's used to exist.
so that's burning.
Forest?
Yes. There's also a farther in the back, kind of buried in between the ads. It's talking about the amount of tax revenue that's projected for the year based on the tax on marijuana. It's a lot of money.
Mm.
But also it mentions that like they're also talking about the drought. And then you get to there's the National Enquirer, which has a bunch of like, what's the best way to put this? Bullshit. The three-headed Elvis alien baby has made a comeback in the National Enquirer.
Wait, what happened? I missed that.
The three-headed Elvis baby,
Oh shit!
The
which is
three-headed
like,
Somebody... Hmm.
which but the
also, Tyler,
yes.
remember that where is this relative to? Where is Gilman relative to Durango?
I don't know. Google it. You tell me.
Rango, great movie.
I'll
Because
remind you.
Durango is also currently on fire.
Oh yeah, Durango's currently on fire.
Very large fire.
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
3,000
Yeah.
acres.
Yeah. So it's on fire.
Oh, I'm sorry, 17,000 acres.
Yeah. So that's not great. And actually, you can kind of smell the smoke, even though you're not too close. You can smell it a bit.
Yeah.
But the national, the local one, which is called the Colorado Conspiracy.
Enquirer.
No, the Colorado Conspiracy Gazette.
Oh well, they don't even fuck around with it. They're just like, yeah, we know what we are.
Well, but the thing is, like, they're talking about like there's a lot of things that you know isn't true. Like they're talking about like the hollow flat Earth, or that the moon got sent back in time and was built by future people.
I agree.
There's one where they're talking about like the entire population of this town Gilman has disappeared.
Ooh, let's focus on that bad Larry for a hot second.
So
that undesirable Larister.
undesirable Larister. Yeah, so you read through that and like you also notice that all of these are either written by anonymous or some obvious like screen username. But this one is talking about how it's a town of 3,000 people.
A guy named Cunty Steve.
So you understand from this. I'm gonna put this in air quotes. Article. It talks about how Gilman used to have about 3,000 people, and then, oh, hang on, I got a thing. Oh, that's my cousin. She or cousin. What?
Oh, that's
anyway.
your cousin?
Yeah, no. People are like, yo, there's a stream going on. That's cool.
Oh,
so
Tyler, your cousin's like rooting for you, or no, Jake, rooting for you in the bowling game.
Wait, what?
What?
Dutch bowling straight turkeys after a long day of murder and conspiracy. I think turkeys are good.
I don't know what Jay is talking about, but yeah, that sounds great.
No,
Ugh.
a turkey is 3 strikes in a row.
I didn't know it was a thing. To be completely honest.
Hey,
I know a lot about a lot of things. Is it relevant? Usually not.
in this case, it is because you're both on the same bowling team. But anyway, yeah. So it talks about how Gilman has like a little bit more than 3,000 people. There's like one main street, and a lot of it's built around that. It's kind of like Durham in the sense that it's a pass-through town, but there's not like a lot of cul-de-sacs out off in the woods. It's very much like towns built around the main strip. Huh?
You said it's like Durham. You've been cutting out a lot. For
Oh
me.
no. Yes. So it's like Durham in that it's built as a pass-through town, but there's not cul-de-sacs out in the woods because there aren't any in Colorado in this area. Right. But it's talking about how a new company just moved in, called Iridium, Iridium Solutions. And like, you also like have been briefed that Iridium Solutions is an international company that deals with stuff like rare earth elements, aerospace engineering, chemical engineering, medical research, and contract work for the U.S. government. But this
Wow,
report,
they can't be evil.
No, they can't.
no, a corporation's the bad guy in America? Since when? I'm looking directly in the camera as I say that.
Hashtag corporate socialism.
Yeah. And then this thing goes on to talk about how there's like a government cover up of the town going missing. And like the person who's writing is like, yeah, so we think that they were taken by like the Mothman.
Naturally.
Ooh.
Well, who else takes the order?
Sticky.
Or they say like, or maybe it's some sort of like occult sort of thing, like a magical sort of thing.
No.
What's magic?
Yeah.
No.
So there's that and those reports. And you also have the briefing that you've been given by the OSI. So if any of you would like to read more into that, let me know.
Oh yeah, do that.
You want to do that?
Read through the
More
whole
into
magazine
what
backwards.
the briefing?
Like what's going on? Yeah.
I mean, I think I have almost certainly read the briefing.
Well, there's reading the briefing and then there's reading into the briefing. So if you would like to get more information out of the sources you have in front of you, I'd like you to roll to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Which one is that?
2d6.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
yeah,
2d6,
it's all 2d6.
but you're going to be adding your sharp.
Adding my sharp.
Yeah, which should be a number
Sharp.
between -1 and +2.
I'm not gonna read
to
into it. I'm just gonna
so-
read through the magazine backwards.
Okay,
I
yeah.
got a total of 7.
7. All right. So let me open up this thing here. And if you guys haven't opened it, I was just
Hey,
opening.
Did we roll the exact same thing?
Yes, we did.
So I'm currently looking at the revised Hunter reference sheet, and I suggest that all of you, have that
It's
near you.
hold one.
Let's see. So you're investigating a
Is that one
mystery.
of the links you sent us?
Yes. So on a 7 to 9,
Okay.
hold 1. So, and you can ask me one of the following questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Hey, Teller,
Yes.
you already know
Well, if I did, I wouldn't read the list of questions. So.
that I'm going to ask the question, what is being concealed here?
Yes. So as a agent for the OSI, you know that yes, there is a government cover up happening. Like that's just straight up a fact. But it's
Okay.
not that the town has gone missing. What the government is covering up that the national forest close by that contains the remnants of Camp Hale is actually an OSI joint facility that is currently being used, and that's where you're going to be based out of while you're investigating where these people went. So that's what's being concealed there. You also notice that, like,
Wait, what's being concealed is that there's a government. So there's a government cover up, and that there is the secret camp.
yes, the place that you're going to be working out of, Camp Hale.
Right.
But to farther it is you also know that like you skim back through the Colorado State paper, and you notice that there is a very smart article in the back that says family worried about residents in Gilman that have gone missing.
I know a guy that lives in Guilford.
Gilman, excuse me. But like it's just like yeah, no, we haven't heard from Uncle in a while, and like we would drive out there, but we're kind of like he won't answer the phone when we call, but like sometimes he's been known to go off on hiking trips without letting anyone know. And there's a lot of that, and like there's a couple of the older state papers around, and you kind of go through that, and like you see that like there's been a lot of those in the last couple of months, but it's not, nobody's quite put together that like everyone's gone, and you also don't necessarily know if everyone's gone. This one conspiracy paper is alleging that everyone is gone.
Like everybody in the town?
Yeah, like literally everyone. They're saying that literally everyone's gone from the town. And you don't.
That's a little
Yeah, but you
Well,
like
that sounds problematic.
right, but
yeah,
like
just a bit.
the only source you're getting that from is like a newspaper talking about the flat hollow earth.
Yeah.
And right, so you don't know, but what you do know is there is a secret government facility nearby that you're going to be working out of. So that's my answer
And
to your
people are missing.
question, Kevin. Yeah, and there are some people who are missing, yes. And then Mead, you get to ask me one of those questions off that list too.
Which one? What are the questions again?
So the questions are: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I'm going to say, what sort of creature is it, Tyler?
Yeah. So also in the conspiracy magazine, they're talking about somebody says that while they were out hiking, they encountered something that looked like they call it a lizard man, but as you read the descriptions, it seems like they're talking about like this big lizard man that left slime in its footprints, and like lizards don't leave slime.
But he was like a big lizard man.
Yeah,
Almost
like
a
over
lord of the lizard men.
No. They talk about this thing leaving big three-toed footprints, and like some slime, almost like mucus. And also some like strange like blue goop aside from the slime.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah, but it is definitely humanoid, but it's not human. And you also know that the area they're talking about where they found these things is the national forest that the army, this former army camp is, where there's the secret government facility.
So Tyler, I just have a question that's more about the game in general, but can aliens be one of the monsters?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Aliens exist, probably.
Yeah, it can be like things that I have seen people used: ghosts, robots, your traditional fantasy monsters, like mutants, cosmic horrors, like Cthulhu and shit, and then yes, aliens. But like, yeah.
Naturally.
So
based on what I've heard, if robots are an option, then the real monster is man.
Yeah, that is also a thing. Like this. Yeah.
That's why it got bad. Is that the robots took over the Navy?
Yeah.
They did take over the Navy. I was there for that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, robots have taken over the world. Our world.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so like so I assume that the rest of you are gonna like eat this food and then like get in this car.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna
sitting.
eat my double stacked chocolate chip pancakes.
Okay.
I'm also gonna eat my breakfast. and I definitely ordered
Black
a
and Decker Boyd.
Yeah.
I do not eat.
Stanley
I
Black
just
and
sit
Decker
in
boy,
my little
definitely.
chair and read the magazine back.
Okay. Yeah. So eventually, a car does pull up, and it is a blacked out SUV with government plates.
Oh, so it's just my car, huh?
Well, it's an SUV, not a pickup.
For those of you that don't know,
The one that I actually drive for work.
Oh yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Kevin is a government stooge.
Wait,
Yeah.
And we love
I
him.
work for the Department of Agriculture. It doesn't really count.
Wait,
Yes, it
you
does.
work for the
If-
government?
Wait,
Jesus
Patrick, you went
Christ.
to Ireland?
I just like the word choice that Mead went. Stooge.
Oh my god, did it change your life?
I was inspired by Bill Murray's performance in The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou when he referred to the guy from the bank as the Bond Company stooge.
Yeah,
Ah.
I give 60% of the credit to Bill Murray.
yeah.
As is custom.
So the man
As
driving the
tradition would have.
For comedy for Bill, give Bill Murray your comedy tithes, Mead.
I have, and I will continue to until the day I die, Kevin.
so
Good.
the man
And
driving
your
the car.
thanks to Bill Murray.
All right, guys, let's.
So the man driving the car rolls down the window, and he's like, got a buzz cut. He's got a light stubble. He's wearing sunglasses. He's wearing black suit, black tie with a white shirt. You know exactly who this man is. He's got to be working for the government. He's got to be.
He's Mr. White from Johnny Test.
I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah. So he rolls down and he says, "Get in."
I take the shotgun seat.
No, I sit down in the back. How many seats are there?
So there's two up front. There's a man sitting in one of them, and then it does the whole. It's a bench of three and a bench of three.
Kevin, thank you for that DM.
Stop in the way back
Yeah.
left.
What about the Murray Sacrament?
I'm gonna have to talk to my friend about that, see if we can make that a real
Yeah.
thing in the Catholic Church. Probably not, but I'm gonna ask anyways.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mead, I'm an ordained minister in my church. There's a Murray Sacrament.
I mean, I'm an ordained minister in the Church of the Dude.
The dude?
Jesus
The Dude as in Jeffrey the Dude Lebowski. It cost me absolutely nothing.
Right. So you get in this car, and this guy.
I'm gonna sit right there.
I'm an ordained minister of the Church of Even You Can Get Ordained Online for Free.com.
We good?
I'm going to smash myself through the fucking skull.
Yes, I my sincerest apologies, Tyler.
Well, good news is like we
No,
haven't
I
done anything
apologize.
important yet, right? All right. So you all get in the car and sit somewhere, and man rolls up the window and starts going. He's like, "James, good to see you. Here's and he he hands you a file. And he just kind of and he's looking at you.
What's this man's name again?
Oh, well, he hasn't told you yet. And he's wearing mirrored aviators, and he looks in the mirror, and he can there's like an infinite mirror thing going on there, and he just looks back. He's like, "My name's Agent Ruth. I'm here with Air Force Office of Special Investigations. James is going to be running point. We got a situation in Gilman that we need you folks to figure out. If you need any-
Tony!
Macklin."
Oh my god.
Well, that was terrible. Thank you.
And I see you brought Reggie with you.
Thanks,
Yep.
Mead. I hate it.
Hey. I just very, very non-confrontive. Or,
Yeah. Baxter, good to see you again.
Yep.
And
Macklin,
Kiara,
you son of a bitch.
good to see you. Well, I hope you folks. This is a weird one. So look, here's the deal. A couple months ago, after Iridium set up their little complex here, they just cut all contract work for the U.S. government, which of course that's well within their right. But the other thing is, almost the second they split contract work for the government, people started going missing in Gilman. Of course, like those two things taken separately, not such a big deal. But considering some of the contracts they were working on were extremely classified in nature, you can understand why we're kind of looking into this. And also, I assume you read the hot sheets.
You want us to figure out what happened so you can cover your tracks.
No, those are all the stuff that that they're working on. They've already leaked. Of course, that was done through our office. So
Wait, Tyler, did he say hi to me?
yeah,
He did. He said Macklin.
Oh. Okay.
I'm like, oh great. Another FBI sponsored Easter egg hunt.
The FBI
Government huge.
FBI ain't sponsoring this one.
Yeah.
All
That's...
right, what do you need us to do?
Well, so here's the issue, right? We're sending all you in because of your expertises in certain things, but the big thing is like most tech ain't gonna work in there. They got some sort of like weird little, it's like a dome almost. Phones ain't got no service. We're having issues even with radios. Transmission is spotty at best. But you gotta. Problem is some of these newer cars, they won't even start once they cross in. So.
That's weird.
Yeah, it definitely is. But it's our brand of weird. Not to worry, James. We've made sure your car will work. Had to put in an older engine though.
Oh, good. So they did the modifications to it.
Yep. Also, rigged Baxter's Harley for it.
Swear one thing out of place on my bike.
No, nothing out of place.
You drive a Harley? Wow.
I look at Patrick's character. I look her up and down and go, yeah. What's
Yeah,
the
I
move?
do.
Wow,
That's fun.
So imagine a sweet innocent girl talking to a tatted up biker. You can pretty much see where this conversation's going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, a motorcycle.
All right. So if any of you folks got any questions before I drop you off at base and you pick up
Patrick,
your.
How old is your character?
She appears 23.
Okay.
He says appears. How
Then
old
I'm
is she
not-
actually?
I don't
Older
know,
than
I don't know, what's
23.
next?
Yeah. So if
Oh,
any of
okay.
you folks got any questions, I can hopefully answer. If you need any special gear required, but we're gonna drop you off, introduce you to the base staff, and send you into Gilman unless you got any other questions for me. Oh, by the way, allow me to introduce
No,
myself.
let's
I'm.
just get this over with.
I have a quick question.
Yeah. What do you got?
And I sort of I take out the magazine and I show him the page about the flat Earth, hollow Earth thing, and I go, "Do you think this is real?"
No. Fuck. Damn it, Patrick.
Not that one. One on the other side, though.
I just flip to the Mothman and just show it to him, like, very quizzingly. Like,
Well, the part where the whole town's gone. That part might be true.
Oh no, Mothman's real. I met him.
Well, yes, of course the Mothman's real. Reggie, you know the Mothman's real, but you know he operates out of West Virginia. Come on.
oh, I would love to meet the Mothman.
Well, he's,
Dumbass.
again,
The same
West
time.
Virginia.
Fuck me. Dumbass.
So just be clear, none of you have any, like, actual pressing questions, right?
God,
No, after that, Kira just sits back in her
Are you
seat
kidding?
and
Kira's
continues to
question
read it
was
back.
pressing.
No, Kira
Well-
actually had a good question.
Yeah. But now we know that the
God.
Mothman is canonically real.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 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 no. No.
Jake said, "I know how this conversation was."
no, no.
I'm so glad. See, here's the best part, right?
May I remind all of you that I am his ancestor.
Oh.
Dipshit.
And then
No.
he said, "I forgot."
Alabama.
Wait,
I'm
your
out.
ancestor?
Alabama intensifies? Question mark.
Who's
Does anyone else here roll tide?
Roll Tide.
All right. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Yeah. So you
Moving on from that bombshell.
Yeah, Ruth, what do we have for a situation up here? Like, so, I know what I read in the hot sheets, but
Mm-hmm.
Hat sheets.
What really
between
is
you and me,
going
I
on?
really don't want to.
I would love some hot sheets right now.
I want to make sure we're doing the best we can to fuck this pig, right? So,
Why would you want to fuck a pig?
Man, wrong fucking word.
Is that what we're gonna
Nope.
do today?
I use
Pop
the
culture
exact-
references?
Y'all are fucking
Hey.
dorks.
Hey, so like, what is it gonna take to like what do you
So
need
how
any
are we
ideas
gonna?
going on with?
So how are we gonna fuck this pig?
With a lot of lube.
Why would you want to fuck a pig?
Look, so the plan is
Some people are into
But-
that.
My
We're gonna-
character says
we're gonna-
deadpan.
we're gonna bring you to the base. You're gonna talk to the guy who's more or less
Moving
running
on.
this operation, and then from there, you're gonna take your truck, and I assume Baxter's gonna take his Harley,
Is that
and
even
you're
a
gonna
question?
go into the town and figure out what's up.
Yeah, I can do that.
And if you need, support, you call me or the guy running the show here, and we'll send stuff to you. But also, like, it's gonna take us a while to get stuff to you because we don't have a lot of vehicles that can get in and out without shutting down. So,
Who is the guy? Wait, who's the guy running the show?
no, that'd be Colonel Benson.
It's Joe.
Okay, so
Oh, I know Joe.
hey
I know.
Tyler, this is a
Can someone
question.
just ask
from
a question?
Yeah.
So from Kevin to Tyler, I'm
Yes.
wondering, am I not the one in charge?
You're the one who's in charge of the investigation. You're not the one in charge of the entire goddamn secret base.
Okay, so he's the guy. So Benson is in charge of the base,
Yes, correct.
and I am in charge of the investigation on the base, or of the city.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So basically, he's gonna take you. So basically, he's basically the guy who's gonna be like, yes, I can get you that. No, I cannot get you that.
So he is going to be my deal with the agency contact, basically.
Either him or Ruth. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I
Sounds
think
good.
we're ready to go to the base.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a drive. Do you guys want the radio on? The radio's on. Benson doesn't really care. Or Ruth doesn't care.
I have my earbuds.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Isn't the
Yeah.
radio such an interesting invention?
Okay, if Patrick's getting this much into character, I need to drink more.
I got 10 minutes. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. No, we're about to wrap this up anyway. Yeah. So you get there and like you see like basically like there's an old World War II ammunition bunker, but the rest of it looks like there used to be something here, but it was like 80 years ago almost. But as the car gets closer to the
37
bunker,
years ago?
no, like
That's not very long ago.
Barry Grant's been dead for 47 years.
so you pull up close to the bunker and the doors open and the car goes in, and there's a plate on the ground that spins around and starts descending down a tube, and that's when you're greeted with like lights and like you pass a couple of levels of people looking in, and there's basically a big underground parking area where this car is. Ruth puts it backs into the parking space, and you see that next to it is your truck and your motorcycle respectively. And he turns the car off, puts the keys into his pockets, like, all right, follow me.
Okay.
I get out of the car
So-
enthusiastically.
Okay.
Enthused person.
Mm-hmm. And he, takes you in. He, swipes his badge on a door. It opens. You walk through a couple of hallways and brings you into a big hub. And there's a circular desk in the middle with a couple people sitting around computers. There's a guy who is in camo coveralls, BDUs, who seems to be talking to everyone. And you kind of get a look around and you see that like there's a map, and it's a map of the entire area, and it looks like it's a multi-level complex that talks about there's things like a lab, a garage, an armory, a prison. There is also a place that says canteen, which seems to be like the food place, but you also,
Yeah.
and there's a man in the circle of this who stops what he's doing and walks up towards you, and he introduces himself like, I'm Colonel Benson, and I take it you're OSI, huh?
What was that, Tyler? You're cutting out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was that?
you cut out.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. You cut out.
Oh, that's great. Good
Yeah.
job.
Do it.
Well, the Camp Hale.
This bit, can we please keep doing it for the rest of the night?
Good night, folks.
Yes.
Tonight has just been a bunch of bits under the loose shell of doing an RPG.
That's life, really.
He is.
Pretty much.
That's
My
what
name's
life
Colonel
is.
Benson, and welcome to Camp Hale. Agent, if there's anything you need, either call me or Ruth, and we'll get it to you. I assume that Ruth briefed you on the way in?
Yeah, he said electronics don't work.
That's right.
How am I gonna call you guys?
You got a radio in your truck, don't you?
Yep. He said that radio
Dumbass.
was spotty.
Yeah, it is spotty at best, but that's the best we can do right now until we can get a hot fix on it. But,
Okay.
I also, like, the other thing is, like,
Yes.
you can drive outside the bubble and call me with one of your cellular telephones.
Or we could just use a flare gun.
Fucking nerd.
No, you can't use no flare gun. That'll start another fire.
Or we can just figure shit out for ourselves.
That is also an option. Also, and he reaches into the pocket and hands a business card to James. Like, you'll be needing that. It's the Wi-Fi password.
Nice.
I'm
just like,
and
don't do that.
I somehow scan the business card with my phone and it converts it into Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, it's a QR code.
That's badass. I
Yeah.
love that.
Phone makes it. Also, your
Real
phone makes that
technology.
noise every time it scans QR codes now.
I
All right.
think that is canonical.
Well, if you need anything, let us know. We got the boys in the lab working on stuff, and you can talk to them if you want. Good old Tweedledee and Tweedledummer.
It's
Other than
actually
that-
Tyler and me in this fantasy world.
Tweedle bum
Perhaps.
and tweedle bum.
Wait, Brian here?
But yeah, unless there's anything else you need, I'll send you. You can go straight into town.
Is there anything we do need? Because, like, I don't really need anything.
Hey,
Enough as it is, so I think I'm ready, well equipped.
so are you our contact for intel as well, or is that?
No, Benson. I basically handled the if you need material things. Where if you want intel, that's more Ruth's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering what all you could tell me about, or one of you guys about, Iridium.
Oh yeah, we'll send you the file over that.
I've read their Wikipedia page. What else do I need to know?
Do you want that physical or do you want a PDF?
Might as well give it to me physical. That way I can bring it in.
All right, yeah, we'll have one of the boys bring it up to you before you go. Anything else?
I think, I have my knife, and a go get him attitude. Let's go get him.
Reggie, you're not.
Huh? You cut out.
You're not gonna be another liability like last time, are you?
No, don't. I'm good now, man. I'm doing better.
I'm gonna lean over to Mead's character and go. I give him 10 minutes.
They downgraded my.
I just slide. I'm like, I'll give him 25, and I just slide you a 20, and like we just shake on it.
No, man, we're cool. They downgraded my rating. I'm now a class 3 cognito hazard.
Why are you giving him money?
Don't worry about it.
I'll
Don't
tell
worry
you
about
when
Don't
Tell
worry.
you when you're older.
you. No.
If you need money, I have some money.
No. This is special money.
Look,
Yeah, that's what happens when you. Kira, that's what happens when you put $20 in a bank account 400 years ago.
I just look at her. It's I just lean over to her, put my arm around her shoulder. We're gambling on his life.
Oh, you would get along well with some of my friends.
I think you're right.
Um,
I just sort of smile back and forth.
Yeah,
with
so
everybody,
I
like,
think then I'm going to go over to I guess my truck and make sure that everything is sort of equipped and ready and
yep, there's a file
prepared,
pinned underneath the
because-
windshield wiper.
Everything is down diddly and dank.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
There's 2 files underneath your windshield wipers that were not there when you walked in the front door.
Oh.
Okay.
One of them is on Iridium. Most of it is heavily redacted. But one of them is also, I guess, more of it's a sticky note attached to the outside of your file that says your contact on the ground is the name of Dr. Matthews.
Okay.
Ken Matthews.
Hey,
Wait, so are we heading
Alright.
out to like deploy right now?
Yeah, Kevin?
I pull somebody aside, just whoever's walking by.
Yeah.
And I say, and I like kind of wave the file and I go, "Can I get one of these with a little bit more white on the page?"
And he just kind of looks at you and it's like,
Oh, no, wait, Tyler. I have an idea.
okay.
He just he takes it from Kevin's hand, reaches into the desk next to him, pulls out the whiteout marker,
Do not pull out the white out.
and just whites over the black.
Mead, that is a lovely bit, and I hate that I didn't come up with it myself.
Well, the guy you pulled aside is like, funny, that's what we would have done for you, too.
Yeah.
Now, look,
I just kind of slap it into Kevin like, you really think they're gonna give you more just because you fucking asked?
Well,
Oh, damn.
that's worked for me so far.
it never hurts.
look, I'll see.
Dutch and I just kind of exchange a look.
Just say, look,
Yeah,
look,
it's,
I'll see what I can get for you, but I'm pretty sure if Benson gave you that file, that's the file you're gonna get. But I'll ask him if there's anything he can do for you on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And you take a good look at this guy.
Now I can see
You notice that he's not wearing his name isn't on his BDUs, but you do notice that it does say hang on, let me look at my notes here.
Since it is mission critical to find out about Iridium, I could reach out to OSI and find out what they have on him.
You notice that this is the OSI file that you're holding.
This is the OSI file?
Yeah.
Why did they not give me all the information for my investigation?
Look, man, I don't know. I'm just a liaison here. And you look at this guy. He's not. So his BDUs doesn't have a name tag, but it does say USSF
I'm
on
gonna
it.
say very condescendingly, I'm like getting a bit in like, some things are above you, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was
Yeah,
kind of
like the
listening to what
air.
Tyler was saying.
Oh, just that this dude's BDUs say USSF on it.
USSF?
Yep.
Or USAF?
Nope. USSF.
The Space Force!
Space Force.
Wait a
Is it
second.
actually Space Force?
Yes, sir.
I mean, yeah.
I love this.
I want to
Oh.
fucking die.
All right. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Space Force!
Space Force.
And you notice that Benson actually you think back and Benson's uniform also said USSF on it.
The quote
Oh,
from
cool,
that
so
guy
we're
on the
in Space
History
Force.
Channel. Aliens!
Aliens.
So is there anything else you guys want to do before you ship off to the town?
I didn't do much else before I shipped off to Nam, so like, let's do it, brother.
Wait a second, hold
Oh,
on.
you were in NAM?
Yeah, I was.
Oh wow, interesting.
Oh, he wasn't. He's fucking 16. God damn it.
Teller, so in between the memes, did we get any actual leads, or
So
just
you're
going
you're being sent to
just
town
the town pretty much the first?
to talk to a man named Dr. Matthews. And no, they don't know anything either. Like you're the first people going in looking in on this. Like they don't have any other like they've given you all of the background info they have. And the reason that most of the file on Iridium is classified is because those are government projects
Yeah.
Okay.
that aren't relevant to the mission. Or at least they don't think are relevant to the mission. But you've been
Okay.
given a contact on the ground, and you also know that Jackson Muller, the head of Iridium Solutions office in Gilman, is probably something you want to talk to.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Oh no! I asked him. Any traveling musicians now?
What?
Magicians, not musicians. Magicians.
You'd have to go to the town to figure that out.
Oh, okay.
All right, I think I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much good too.
So you get into your respective vehicles, and you're driving
Everybody's
to
riding with me, huh?
what?
Pretty much everybody except our resident biker boy is riding with me, huh?
I would assume so.
You have a truck, right?
Yeah, but it's a crew cab.
I'm gonna insist that I sit in the bed of the truck.
I'm gonna insist that you not, mostly because it's got a bed cap on it, and it is
Oh.
mostly for gear and guns.
A sexy bed cap?
Ooh.
Is Kevin a secret weeb?
It is not an anime bed cap.
Yeah.
It is like
Then I'll just sit in the back.
Yeah. I mean, you could ride on a motorcycle if you ask the guy with the motorcycle.
No, I'm not gonna ask anybody anything in this world.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're both headed like both vehicles are headed towards Gilman. And then you see a roadblock on the horizon, and you see reds and blues.
Oh. Like
Ooh.
Yes.
Sorry,
Please.
Teller, what did you say? You cut out.
yo, fuck 12.
Reds and blues roadblock. It's the police.
Oh, okay.
Bad boys, bad boys.
All
Hey
right.
Teller.
Yeah.
First of all, I wanna send you something.
Okay.
Because I figured out what my truck is.
Okay. Yep. Sounds about right.
It is the AEV Prospector.
Yep.
So, I will also then, do I have government plates, or is my truck now kitted with Colorado plates?
It has government plates.
Okay.
I didn't know those were a
Um,
thing.
They are.
Like,
Yeah, you government for official use only.
oh.
Yeah.
License plate number.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like Kevin
Oh.
generally get them on their cars.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Kevin works for the government?
Yo, I heard Kevin works for
Yes, yeah, Kevin's a government stooge. We've gone over this.
Whoa. Kevin's a government dude.
Kevin, you fucking bureaucrat.
I'm
No,
a suit.
Yeah.
He's a
So
stooge.
James, what are you doing?
I am going to, I think, flip on but not flashing. Like, you know when cops are driving down the road?
Yeah.
They've got the reds and blues on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm gonna, like, basically the red and blue running lights.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna flip those on.
Okay.
Okay.
and then I'm going to get like I guess I'm just gonna roll up to the roadblock.
All right, cool.
Um,
And
what
Dutch, are you
happens
like
next?
rolling up behind him?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of like following suit.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you're following the suit.
yeah. So as you get closer,
You are-
both of the drivers, I'd like you to make me a read a bad situation check.
What is that again?
That's sharp.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. So roll 2d6. That's not too bad. Got 9.
9. Okay.
I also got a 9.
Okay. So both of you get to
Nice.
hold 1.
Nice.
So this is the questions that you get off this list. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims?
Is there something that we haven't seen yet, or an unseen danger, whichever that one was?
Okay, yeah. So Dutch, you're able to almost instantly notice that like all the doors are open on these cruisers. And there's nobody in them.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna stop my bike, get off, and pull out my hunting rifle.
Okay. And then what's your question, James? And you are welcome to ask the same one.
What's the biggest threat?
You notice that the trunks are also popped and they're empty, and you also know that typically that's where weapons are kept.
Yes, it is.
And you also notice that these are not like these are Colorado State Police vehicles, not like local sheriff. These are like state police vehicles.
Stadies.
And you notice that there looks like you kind of like as you're like slowing your car, you notice that there's like tread marks that look like there was a chase here that should have stopped where this roadblock is, but you see that the tracks keep going on the other side of the where the cruisers are.
I'm gonna wave one of you down to come where I am and start doing a sweep.
Okay.
I don't know if it should be me or if I should stay with the vehicle.
Probably since you're the driver. I'm
I
gonna
think
call for
first
me.
what I'm gonna do is radio into base and say, "Hey, we just rolled up to a roadblock and there are no cops here. The vehicles are completely open and there are no officers to be found."
What
Well-
kind of roadblock is it? Like,
You notice there's a spike strip in front of the vehicles as well. Roger that. We'll check in with state police and see if they're reporting any cruisers missing. Handle it with caution.
Hey, my radio is multi-band, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna swap it over to the Colorado State Police band.
Okay.
I'm gonna go State Police Dispatch. This is
So you're gonna
Special-
bluff the.
Harlow with the
FBI.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm rolling up at a roadblock here in Gilman. Have you heard report, or is there a report from any officers in this area? They are MIA.
The only thing that greets you on the other end of the radio is static. Yeah, kinda like that, yeah.
State Police Dispatch. This is Harlow from the FBI.
Yeah, nothing. Still static.
Do I have a copy?
You most assuredly do not have a copy.
All right, I'm gonna wave Mead down.
while this
Alright.
is happening, I'm gonna
Get
snoop
him
up
over.
the car and kind of just like snoop through the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Dutch.
Okay, so Reggie, I'd like you to roll to investigate a mystery.
All right, Can I just roll 2d10 or 2d6 in front of me?
Yeah, man. I don't
Or
give a
you know
shit.
what? I'll do the thing.
I don't give a shit either way.
I got a 1 and a 5, so a 6.
All right, and what's
then
your
what do I have?
sharp? What's your sharp?
Sharp score.
Hmm. Sharp is 0.
So you got a what and a
That is
what?
Failure.
Yeah, so mark experience on your sheet.
See the boxes that say experience. You're gonna tick one of them.
All right. Yeah, so you're looking around, but you don't spot much. This isn't like necessarily your area of expertise, but like you do think it's kind of weird that like these cars are empty. But actually, as you're poking around, you find a boot.
Anything?
You find a boot.
A boot?
Yeah, a boot.
Yeah.
What?
Hey guys, there's a boot over here.
A boot? What?
Just one boot.
Ooh, what size?
What size?
12 and a half.
Yikes! That's big.
12 and a half.
What's in 14?
Bigger boot.
Tyler, I'm gonna start sweeping the cars, make sure there's nothing around.
Yeah, roll me an investigative mystery check.
Sure, that's sharp, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Teller, I'm gonna do I guess, is there a way to send out a scanning sort of radio call?
Not with your equipment, no. An 8? Okay, yeah, so you get to ask one of these questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I think what happened here is gonna be.
Can I ask, where is it going in terms of where did the police officers go?
Oh yeah, totally. So you hear that Reggie found a boot, and like you kind of look up from the line from one of the doors. Like you see that there is a perfect line between one of the doors and where the boot is, and you kind of like you follow the boot tracks, and then you see Reggie with one boot, and then there's a bush with the boot, another boot. Except it's more than one boot. There's like 5 boots there.
I'm gonna kind of give a point off to the bush, and I'm gonna cock my rifle.
And there's a foot in one of the
I'm gonna
boots.
do the same thing with my pistol.
There's a foot in one of the boots.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
take
gonna
a look
approach
at
it
the quiet.
cautiously, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the barrel of my gun and move the bush out of the way.
Yeah. So these boots are covered with blood, and you actually you're kind of looking around, and you do find several bodies. And you're like, oh, that's some dead people. And you notice that the only thing is missing is their belts and their badges.
Oh.
I guess I'd have to roll another investigative mystery check, but it's like to examine the wounds.
No. You can clearly tell that these are like whatever did the thing with the foot. It looks like the one that's missing the foot's been mauled by an animal. But everything else looks like it's bullet holes of different calibers. Like you like one of those is probably closer to a 9mm. One of those is like a 38, and then there's one that's just like missing a massive hole in the chest.
Oh.
But it looks like it got blown most out of the back. So there's a bullet hole, and then it looks like it's been blown out in the back.
Hollow point, something like that.
Yeah.
Hey Teller,
Yes.
I'm going to take my, I'm gonna get my shotgun and I'm
Okay.
gonna, I guess, actually no, I'm getting the AR.
Okay.
And I'm, getting out.
Okay.
Also to what these people have found because they have not told me any of these words.
Okay.
I'm
So,
also
yeah,
gonna. I'm also gonna
I go
pull
over
out a
to where they are looking at something that looks kind of body shaped.
Yeah. What did you say, Reggie?
I also pull out like a 9mm pistol.
Oh, okay,
I'm,
cool.
Like,
I'm just gonna look at Reggie and go, where in the flying fuck did you get that thing?
And I'm gonna be
Why
like,
did we give you a gun?
How does he have a gun is a better question.
Do
Yo,
you all?
Why
Guys,
did
let me
we
chill?
give you a
I got it. Found a gun. Okay.
Where did you find a gun?
Why
I definitely did find a gun. Yeah. So you guys are gonna be cool about it, right? And you're not gonna go telling anybody important that I have a gun.
I want to look him up and down and go. Depends on how you use it, kid.
Hey, Hey, James. Reggie has a gun. I say with a shitty grin on my face.
Hey, Reggie,
People before.
Reggie, what you got there, and is it a smoothie?
That's an old joke. Holy shit.
Smoothie.
Not a fucking smoothie.
I only watched that show for him.
It's my
Re-
peak,
Reggie,
right?
Reggie,
Cool about this, right?
we're gonna be cool, right?
Yeah.
That's not for, hey, look at that's not for any of us, right?
Is anyone still in the car?
Not likely though.
I think so.
Kira is still in the truck,
Just sitting there.
right, Patrick?
No, I just sort of like wandered up behind you all, and I'm sort of like looking at fascination at all the guns you have that I don't.
By the way, I did lock the truck. If
I-
the last person's out, I think it auto locks
Oh, cool.
How convenient.
and it enters a security mode.
Okay.
So all of you have guns?
What does it look like?
Wow.
So
I
Dutch,
never liked guns.
Dutch
This
is
one
gonna kind
shoots
of like
jelly.
bend over the bodies and kind of like take a closer look to see what's missing. Because you said their badges and their belts were missing.
Mhm.
But if these were mauled by an animal, then that wouldn't really make so much sense for an animal to take a trophy.
I don't have a gun. I have a jelly.
Well, so
maker.
you also know that these men were not like killed by an animal; they were shot.
Right. So
Right.
I can deduce that whatever killed these things, or whatever killed these police officers, definitely wasn't an animal. But there are animal lacerations and injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Animal-like,
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah.
Well, that offers.
like for and then animals got him.
Yo, if you want to figure out the difference between those two things, how about you roll me an investigative history check?
I would love to.
Yeah. See, there you go.
If any of the bodies happen to have like their eyes still open,
They all do. All of
Kira's
them
just
do.
Kira's gonna go down and just shut all their eyes.
You try, but you notice that they don't have eyelids.
Oh.
She goes,
Oh.
Tell her I rolled a 7.
Okay, yeah. So you can ask me one of the questions off the list.
So I
Hardcore
what
as
happened
fuck.
here is probably the
Yeah. So you're kind of able to.
is probably the best one.
So you're able to kind of reconstruct the scene here. So it looks like there was a car chase. That they had this block set up, and then something happened. And you're not quite sure what that is yet. But then it looks like there was an altercation, and as you're looking around, you see, you're kind of looking around the what's left of the foot, and you notice a lot of like mucus, and you also notice that like it looks like this thing was like if you were to try to like remove. It looks like it's not a clean cut. It looks like it was crushed by something to get this foot off, and it looks like it was crushed by. It looks like almost like a really big like something the size of a pool noodle came down on it with enough force to crush bone, on both sides.
wow.
Dude, this shit got way more hardcore.
Hey, I don't know anything about anything with tentacles, do I?
No, I don't think so. You tell me.
Octopi.
I mean, like squids is pretty much what I've got.
You think about where squids live, and you come to the conclusion that not in Colorado.
I do realize that Colorado squids are not really.
Yeah.
So I go, that's a weird amount of trauma.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I've got.
Yeah.
Can we figure
Maybe
out?
an aspen tree.
No.
Fuck it.
A
It might have
quaking aspen?
They
It
might have
stripped
gotten
the
hit by
belt
an
off.
aspen tree.
Tyler,
You
can
can
we
tell that the
deduce?
wound came from an aspen tree
Because of the way it
Tyler,
is.
the way
Yeah.
it
No.
is.
because of the way that it is.
Yeah.
Can I
So,
just...
Tyler, can we deduce the direction that whatever attacked these guys went?
Yeah, it looks like
That
it
would be
went
the
towards
question,
Gilman.
where did it go?
No, you can tell that it looks like all these things, like whatever hit these guys, you follow a set of prints that kind of lead off towards Gilman. You know that the tire tracks lead directly towards Gilman. All signs point towards Gilman.
Well, suppose we press
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
We should report these in.
Yep. I'm going to tell her.
Yeah,
Go to Gilman.
So I get back on the truck.
Yep.
And I radio back to, I guess. I start with CSP. With an officer down code.
there you get nothing on that radio band. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Fortunate for them.
Then I do Then I do our base.
Okay.
Hale.
Yep.
And I say, hey, if you can get CSP on the line, can you tell them that we've got multiple officers down?
What's that? We can hardly hear you. You're breaking up. Come in.
Kevin,
Hello?
Multiple officers down on the road outside of Gilman.
Hello? We lost him, sir.
Kevin,
We're gonna try to bring him back,
you're
but we
not gonna
can't get
win
him.
This one. You're not gonna win this, Kevin.
Tell her, how about this one? I go back a mile.
Yeah, I mean you're able to get through.
I drive backwards
Yeah, I'm aware.
1 mile
Yeah,
Backing
so
up.
that I can get to them
Yeah.
and communicate.
yeah, you're able
He
to.
sure is persistent, isn't he?
To tell them that we have the multiple officers down.
All right, we'll send someone out. Look at that, unless you're planning on taking care of that.
Can you contact the FP? Let them know.
All right, we're trying. We can't reach him though.
Like on the phone or anything?
That's right.
Has the Colorado State Police Department just fucking ceased to exist?
No, that's pretty dumb
Probably.
when you think about it.
The fact that we can't reach the fucking police.
Yeah, we're working on it. Looks like something got into our wiring though, so we're
Dude,
trying
I
to figure
hope
that out.
police are gone. I'm gonna break into something.
Kevin, you're not gonna win this.
Hey, Mead, it's not about winning, it's about letting Tyler and I weave a tapestry of
Yeah.
word pictures.
Yeah.
That was poetry.
That was actually
And
poetry.
Tyler's not
Thank
letting
you.
me win. Tyler's not letting me win this game of mental Pictionary that we're playing.
I thought
I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just saying.
I thought we were
like,
playing
enjoy
Taboo.
listening to this.
That's why. I didn't realize you thought we were playing Pictionary. I thought we were playing
Yeah,
Taboo.
the words that apparently I can't say are police.
Yeah. Now, so they're gonna try to contact them, but as they've relayed to you, it looks like something or someone has gone in and started frying their equipment.
Also, Tyler, I do like the fucking method acting that we're doing, where our Wi-Fi connection is spotty enough that sometimes you break up while we're talking on the fiction radios.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's not intentional, but it's helpful.
It
Yeah,
adds
yeah.
a whole bunch of believability.
Yeah.
In the least
Yeah.
helpful possible.
And as you you get off this call with them, and as you drive back closer to the cars, you notice the lights are off now.
Hey, what the fuck sort of electrical beings are fucking with these wires?
You remember that they talked about how they can't get communication in and out because there's like a weird field.
Yes, there is a weird blank.
A field, like a weird electric field that's stopping things, and you
Yo, are we dealing with Mr. Electric?
no,
Like, if
no,
George
but
Lopez pulls up into Gilman,
no. But what you're able to kind of put together is that this bubble or dome or however you want to call it is expanding. And the cop cars used to be outside of it, and now they aren't.
if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that a 6-inch blade never loses reception.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
fucking laser sights.
So I assume after that you press into Gilman.
Yup. I guess so.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
get there on the main drag, and like, it's like no lights are on, like none of like even the neon lights for the pizza places are on, and none of it. And you see a couple people milling about, and they're surprised that like there's a car running in because like there's like like most people like pointing and looking like, oh wow, look, those work. And you notice that like the cars that are currently parked on the street are like the older models that still run. Like a lot of them are like pre-80s, pretty old, beat up looking things.
Oh,
The-
land boats.
Yeah, you notice that there's one really nice like 1930s pickup truck that's like in perfect condition outside of a pizzeria.
I have several questions about that, bad Larry.
Okay. But like as you get there, you notice that like there is a sheriff's car that is an old Ford AMC Eagle, or I guess just an AMC Eagle, and there's like a couple guys leaned up against it, and they're eating some pizza, and they just kind of like notice your car pull in, and they kind of scowl at it as you.
How are they eating pizza? There's no electricity to microwave pizza.
Hey, brick ovens, dipshit.
Well, actually, it's a gas oven, but yeah.
You have gas in the brick oven. It might not end well, but
Yeah. But like, yeah, there's a couple people, but you notice that like, of a town that's supposed to have more than 3,000 people, you've only seen like 12 maybe,
Oh boy. Okay.
and 4 of them are like, one of them is the sheriff, and the other 3 are like his deputies,
Cool.
and the rest of them are just like,
Love it.
Place really isn't the happening town right now.
right, yeah. You notice that like the bowling alley seems to still be open, and there is a little theater that seems to be open, and it does say that there are there is a stage magician in town. Yeah.
All right, if this is where the path is going down, I'm gonna get off because I gotta get up early tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no, this is where we're ending it. So as you
Oh,
pull in, and like that's where he is.
Hmm.
So we got a couple questions before we go.
Oh, this stuff.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
no.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Nope.
No.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, and did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
I mean, it's session 1, so I'm going to say yes.
Yeah,
but
so we
I-
got 2 yes answers, so you mark 1 experience.
So that means I made 2 experiences this round.
Yes. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed that, and
That was very fun.
yeah, and hopefully we can get back around to this. I don't know if I want to make this like a weekly thing necessarily, but like
Well,
we'll see.
during the week is a little tough because I work, but
Yeah.
Monster of the week.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Thanks for stealing my Colorado Thunder, boy.
Epic.
Yeah, man.
Good shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the part where I